hello and good evening, friends, if you are watching. As always, please say hi. Starting on time tonight, I've done a little bit more prep and planning. So welcome to our Midweek Madness trip to Gatwick and back from Dublin. As you can see, a little bit rainy here in Dublin. Sat on stand 122 where I left off last night. And as I said, Midweek Madness is full coverage over Gatwick. There are 19 departures that in flight or online. 22, some have arrived, but 22 logged in. Approach, ATIS delivery, ground, approach and tower are all online, as is Campbell, Bristol, Heathrow Stansted. It's quite busy. So we're sat here at Dublin. Tower is online. 7 departures and 7 arrivals online. Some may have already done their bit. But without further ado, our aeroplane is ready. I've literally done nothing apart from open the doors, pop some stairs at the back. Can I? Would? Oh yes, I can. A bit teary. Is the aeroplane? So let's jump in. And start getting set up. So again, as always, quick setup. Nothing overly complicated or official, but enough to get you going from cold and dark. Battery goes on. Let's go on. You do all the fire warning tests and all of that, but the failures are off this time. Last night found out they weren't, which is why we had the engine hydraulic failure, genuine failure. AC power's on, lights are on. For that, get the IRSs aligned. We'll get them aligning. There they are. The damper can go on. Check the crossfeed. Bright. Bright. All the pumps can stay off for the moment. Pop those on before we start the APU. Once we've finished fueling. Lights are set as I like them. Belts will stay off. Start ignition right for first sector. Cabin diff is 0. Only the forward door is open at the moment. Open everything else up in second. Pumps go on. Test the window heat. Pop the window heat on. Pop the trim air on. Set the cabin up roughly as we think. Pax auto. APU bleed on. And our first sector. Initial climb. Sorry, our cruise is 350. And I should know this by now, but Gatwick is 200 feet. Lights are already on. Logo can go on because it is dusk. And that's the initial overhead done. Getting some tearing, which is a bit annoying because it should have a FreeSync monitor and it's on. I don't know if you can see it, but it irritates the hell out of me. Check the throttle warning. Got hydraulic pressure. For brake to RTO tests and off. Set the MCP up, but it's fine for me at the moment. 2000 set, standby, radio markers off. That is it. So I tell a lie, I have already done payload. And one thing that we can look at here is we did by max landing weight. I have readjusted the payload. It's down. It's now a ton lighter, which is quite a bit. And 62051 is what we've got now. It is really interesting because 43.3 is what I've got. So I think there might be a slight difference in my operating empty weight estimation. I'm not going to change it. That's what it is. So our zero fuel, according to the aeroplane, is 62051, which is about 500 kilos lighter, which is just about accounting for the additional reserve fuel. So if we add our 6.5 tons, 6.5 tons plus 62051 gives us a takeoff weight 68,551 estimated. It's not quite because it's going to be slightly lower than that, so I'm going to call it 68.5. And then that trip is going to be 2.5, give or take. Keep us within, but we will have to keep an eye on. So fuel planning is quite important. So I'm going to take the full fuel that we've got here. I've added an additional reserve of 15 minutes just because it may be busy at Gatwick. You'll see that our alternate is Charles de Gaulle, so we've got an extra 100 kilos, but what we could do is think about diverting to somewhere like Stansted, because if we are delayed, it's going to be because it's busy rather than because of weather, and Stansted would be a lot closer, so that would give us a lot more holding. We could hold for another 45 minutes on top of our diversion fuel, but then we wouldn't be able to divert to CDG, so anyway, fuel wise, 6,492 I'm going to ask for, we'll probably get 6.5. Call the fuel truck, here he comes. Let's get the doors open. Get these guys on their way. That's us. So without further ado, let's get the weather.
Information Yankee. This is IMO Information Yankee. At time 1730, expect ILS approach runway 28 in use. Transition level 70. Wind 280 degrees 16 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers, light showers of rain clouds. Few clouds at 1500 feet, scattered CB 1700 feet, broken 2700 feet. Temperature 5. Dew point 4 QNH 996 temporary. Visibility 4000 meters, clouds broken 1000 feet, broken CB 1800 feet. Advise on initial contact, you have information Yankee.
Sounds fun, doesn't it? So, 996, let's pop that in while we think about it. Six. So departures here are going to be 9. So pop that on and I'll get the charts up just in a minute.
Traffic information. Number 58 Romeo.
Here to that guy, chatting away. And what we can do is we can ask for the departure clearance nice and early. So I think we have filed Dixon 1 Alpha. Now I'm just going to check that chart because I'm not sure if that is... No, can't see indeed, Dixon 1 Alpha, it's fine. Sometimes Cibrief will pick turboprop only.
Cross runway 16, link 5, stand 121. Cross 16, link 5, stand 121, right now 94 Foxtrot.
So, a look at the charts, which I'll get up in a minute. Airport elevation 242, 1242 is our flat retraction. So it's Dublin Tower. Got the audio on so you guys can hear it. Look at X-Pilot Tower, we've got the ATIS. Dublin Tower, good evening, Ryanair 37 Romeo.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, Dublin Tower, good evening, readability 5.
DUB-LGW-5, thanks. Ryanair 37 Romeo 738, stand 122, information Yankee QNH 90906 hectopascals, request departure clearance to Gatwick, please.
Ryanair 37 Romeo cleared Gatwick, runway 28, Dexon 1 Alpha departure, squawk 6646.
It's Gatwick, runway 28, Dexon 1 Alpha departure, squawk 6646, Ryanair 37 Romeo.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, read back, correct.
Oh, I'm typing up the wrong one, so I want to pop the squawk in before I forget it. 8, 6, 6, 6. So the IRSs have already aligned. So let's get into putting our data in. So nav data is correct, otherwise we'd get the message nav data out of date. Some authorities I think let you fly with up to 30 days out of date if you've got up-to-date charts. Madness if you ask me, but anyway, it's what is it, March the 11th today, so you're well within, we've got another couple of weeks. We are at Echo India Delta Whiskey, 122. GPS position can go in. Brings up our screens. Pop the flight director on master side for the flying side, which is me. Now we can put in where we're off to, so Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. Got Ryanair 37 Romeo, which last night not to take weird call signs. And I'm not going to do the company route, I am going to pop it in. So just to show how simple it is, Dexon to per key to 4, which we take until Ampit. Lima 15 to keypad. And Lima 151 to Kidley. Over Oxford away in our arrival. Activate that. What we're going to do is pop in the departure and arrival now because we know we've got Dexon 1 Alpha. Check the leg. And we're going to expect a Willow 3 Bravo into Gatwick. I'm going to assume again IS 26 left. Going to expect a transitional that is not usually used, but we're going to pop it in because it's busy. We might get the hold.
Tower, hello, Sandrock 58 Romeo.
Execute that, and I'm going to pop the descent forecast in. Think about it.
Shamrock 58 Romeo. Shamrock 58 Romeo 7.
So 310 253 123. I get some stonky tailwinds. 200 is 25397. 25061.
Dublin Tower, Shamrock 213 is fully established on the localizer showing 9.6 DME.
Shamrock 213 Dublin Tower, good evening, surface wind 280 degrees 16 knots, runway 28 clear to land.
QNH there, not going to bother with the ISA.
And Shamrock 213 please, speed 160 knots till 4 DME.
Yeah, I'm already at minimums, Sandrock 58 Romeo.
Shamrock 213.
So I happen to know that at Gatwick the transition altitude is 6,000 feet because it's in the London TMA with a QNH of 1008 gives us 75, so we can plumb that in. And I might leave that because somebody on the forums or on Facebook said that it was doing it at the transition altitude rather than the transition level on arrival. Normally you'd set once you're cleared, so we will see.
Tower, Sandrock 58 Romeo.
Shamrock 58 Romeo.
For when the go around happens, what procedure should I use?
Shamrock 58 Romeo, it's right turn at 360 degrees onto 3000 feet and then you can self-vector for the IRS runway 28.
Copy, right. to 360 on up to 3000, then I will contact you back, Sample Private Romeo.
So we've got 6.5 tons of fuel, which is what I thought we'd end up with. And one thing I have forgotten to do is start up smart cars. So that's going to delay us. That was exceptionally silly of me. Just get too busy chatting. So 18, 15, 7, I might just forego the points on this one, so not before 3.5 really. Bearing in mind I do write it down, so I should be checking it. I wanted to leave it not too long before we go. So, let's have a look at 1.0. Fuel weight is 62.1. 62051, yeah. Just about rounded up. So, fueling has stopped. Can pop all the pumps on. Pop the belts on. Nothing else to do on the overhead. Let's get the punters on board. So, back to FMC. So, our planned fuel 2670, 2.7. Round it up, I think 2.67. Rounds it up for you, so it's just quicker to do it yourself. Reserves 3. Round it up to 3.2. Cost index is always 6. So our cruise 350, which I think is due to wind. So as you can see, we should be able to. No, interesting. Well, we could make 3.7, but maybe the wind is better. Topical line wind 250, 123. Topical line ISA is +4. So we can execute that. Do performance in a minute, but we know that the wind is 28016. Gonna plan for a wet runway. Now one thing we haven't done, or I haven't done for a while, is popped this. No, I think I popped this incorrectly because it's NATAP 2 at Dublin. So 1500 is
Dublin Tower, Rhino 97, Quebec Golf.
Reduction accelerations at 3000.
7800, information Yankee requesting IFR clearance to East Midlands. Rhino 97, Quebec Golf, standby. Shamrock 213, vacate 03 immediately.
Vacate 03, Shamrock 213.
Shamrock 5 at Rome, you're not going to vacate, you might as well go around and right 360, 3000 feet.
Going around from the private Romeo.
Shamrock 213, vacate 04, then turn right 0.
Okay.
Copy that, Shamrock 213.
Interesting the weather is
And Rhino 97, Quebec Golf, believe you're clearing.
giving us the runway's dry.
94, oh, there, no, 97 Quebec Golf, sorry. Rhino 97, Quebec Golf cleared, East Midlands, runway 28 decks in 1 alpha departure, squawk 6672. Cleared East Midlands, runway 28 decks in 1 alpha departure, squawk 6672, Rhino 97, Quebec Golf. Rhino 97, Quebec Golf, feedback correct.
So we're getting flap 5, 26k, 96.1, no select D rate, and let's take off. Run of 1724. So the runway length at Dublin is 2637, so I've got huge amounts of power. Not sure why it's not giving us a D rate. Maybe if we pop 637 in. Anyway, so 26k no D rate. Flap 5. 7.5. 0.75. 141 is what I've got. 141, 143, 150.
Tower Chinook 212. Am I just taxi down the Sierras? Hold short Sierra 4.
Channel 212, you can taxi Sierra and hold short runway 34.
So
Hold short
140,
134 Chinook 213.
42.
And
50.
58 Romeo, I don't control outside the airdrome, so you can self-vector for the IRS runway 28 and report established.
Dave Charles, ready, call you back, establish 58 Romeo.
As I've got at least a couple of people watching, so if you're watching, please say hi. So, takeoff ref done. Let's get the charts up so you can have a look at these. There are the takeoff minimums from the intersections, which we're not going to get on 2.8, but we could consider if we were going the other way. Is the aerodrome, and we are up here. So that was the parking, this is the aerodrome, and we've got the decks on 1 Alpha. So we'll set up for this. So straight ahead to Oscar Echo NDB, and then left turn 102, direct to Dexon. It's got to be above, at or above 3,000, at or above flight level 120, but as you can see, the initial climb is flight level has been cleared for that. So our initial course is 279, Dexon is 1, 2, which I'm going to pop on here. No fade for it. It's just a Dublin radial. So 1112 and Dublin 1149, 316. ADF on there. Dublin, not. But at least we've got the reference. Airports can go on. B2 is 150. Yes, yes. 90 cleared. So squawk is set. I think we'll just push back on time, and I'm going to forego the additional points that I managed to failing to get smart cars running in time. So get the APU started. Now doors shut.
What's an indication for you to actually make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened, ready for departure?
Somebody out there, which is good to see, a bit of tearing. Starting to staff up. So the APU has started up, no oil pressure's gone out. That'll stabilise. Give it a minute, I'm just going to pop it on the bus. Get the rear doors shut. Let's get everything around the handling way. Get the air stairs up. We'll get the airplane connected first, just in case we get given a slightly push. That's interesting to see, isn't it? Actually, stands and the positioning have differed now that I've got payway scenery. It moved. So let's get rid of that. Let's connect first.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
So because we're online, we're not going to call for push until we are connected and ready to go. So there's our parking stand. You can see the tug release point that could be given Bravo, Romeo. They don't tend to do it on the VATSIM, but we get given a push to push and face
Tower Shamrock
west and
213
tug
is
release
on
Romeo.
runway 1634.
Shamrock 213 cross runway 34 Bravo 2 Bravo 1 stand up choice to the other.
Cross runway 1634 Bravo 2 Bravo 1 stand choice Shamrock 213.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Certainly don't feel like waiting 10 minutes, although we are going to be relatively early. I don't think it's going to be a 20-minute taxi. So we'll just wait until we're completely connected and ready. Looks about there, to be honest. Just going to go ahead and make sure everything is ready to go. We are self-powered, doors are shut. Tower run air 37 Romeo standard 122 request push and start.
Ryder 37 Romeo push on start is approved. Face west QNH 909 or 5 hectopascals.
Push and start face west QNH 9 and 95 hectopascals run air 37 Romeo.
Fully established Ryder 28, stand by private Romeo.
Shamrock 5
So
Romeo
we've been
Tower
cleared.
surface at 25 degrees 12 knots runway 28 clear to land.
Just land runway 28, stand by private Romeo.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome on board this flight. To ensure a quick and on-time departure, we kindly ask you to move along the cabin aisle as quickly as possible. And once you found your seat, please step into your seating area to let the other passengers through. You can store your hand luggage either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments provided. Please keep emergency exits clear at all times. I would like to remind you to make...
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
So it is 18:27. Break off.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
And we got 3240. 200. Keep those of fuel.
Ryder 97 Quebec Golf stand 121 ready push and start.
Runway 37 Romeo is pushing and we're in no rush if they've got room to go.
Ryder 97 Quebec Golf push on start is approved. Face west a beam stand 121 QNH 909 or 5 hectopascals. Okay, push and start is approved. Facing west a beam stand 121 Ryder 97 Quebec Golf.
Got a little bit of time as long as we're airborne by 18:45. That'll get us to Gatwick at 19:41 estimated. Blocks at 19:49. Pretty much bang on the block time scheduled. Coming back it might be a different story though. So as soon as they're pushing in front, we're not going to start the engines just yet. It's just going to waste fuel. That was pretty sketchy. If he's going to struggle to push from there.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, one thing I have done is for
Disconnecting tow.
pump
Stand
haze
by.
again. So let's assume that they're not going to be too slow. Start engine number 2.
Hose disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Runner, sorry, Shamrock 58 Romeo, welcome to Dublin VK 05, and turn right on 0.
Looking for 25% in 2. Fuel on. Starter cut out. So let's start engine number 1. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get going. No, 25% fuel number 1 on. Flow goes up, but it doesn't go crazy. If you're watching, please do say hi. Feel free to ask any questions, I'll answer them when I can. If I can.
Shamrock 58 Romeo, continue taxi, Sierra, hold short runway 34.
Starter cut out.
Continue to hot tail runway 34, Central Pilot
2 stable engines, 2, 4, 6, stable fuel throw.
Runner 97 Quebec Golf, ready for taxi. Runner 97 Quebec Golf taxi, link 5, Papa 1, left turn onto runway 16, hold short runway 28. Link 5, Papa 1, left onto 16, hold short of 28, runner
So,
97
we
Quebec
saw
Golf.
the pin. Flap 5. I think we timed that quite well. So, trim set. Flight controls full forward, full aft, full right, full left rudder, full right rudder. Black melody. Controls car. Recalls checked. All taxi gens. Both on. APU is off. Start switches are both continuous. Propeat's on. Wing correction engine. Anti-ice is on.
Runway 34, Bravo 2, Bravo 1, standard choice.
Air conditioning. Cruise set. Max auto. Leads on. ISO is also. Flap 5. Green light.
Ryder 97 Quebec Golf, confirm squawk 6672. Apologies, we'll set that now, Ryder 97.
Stab trim 6.75 required. 6.75 set.
Passing up 2 and 3 is logging off now. Thanks for 6 minutes again, bye bye.
Flight controls checked, recalls checked. We're ready to taxi. Got the pen out, ready to go. Ryanair 3 sub Romeo, request taxi.
Ryder 37 Romeo, taxi, link 5, Papa 1, left onto runway 16, or short runway 28.
Link 5, Papa 1, left runway 16, hold short runway 28, Ryanair 3 sub Romeo. So we have been cleared. So all the lights can go on. They left. Oh, not clear right. Somebody's just nicked our stand. But we are good to go. So, brakes off. Config check, no warning. Off we go. So, link 5 is straight ahead. Didn't catch the taxi instructions for that guy, but I don't know if he's gone the right way. Must have done. Hold off. So it's not left, it's effectively straight, but it curves around to the left. Second left on the markings.
97 Quebec Golf, fully ready. Liner 97 Quebec Golf, surface wind 250 degrees, 12 knots, runway 28, clear takeoff. Clear
Okay,
takeoff,
quick.
runway 28, Ryanair 97 Quebec Golf.
So that's link 5. No Papa 1 is straight ahead. We have been cleared to enter the inactive runway. Left and then way down to the end.
Approaching 1-6.
So we'll be on Ecom straight after departure. I'll argue this is technically degree turn.
On runway 16, 3,100 feet remaining.
So we'll start getting prepped. Let's go left to right. Auto throttle, our nerve. Cabin secure.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
So we're effectively good to go. So we should be at least 5 minutes early.
Liner 37 Romeo, runway 28, line of point.
Line up and wait, runway 28, Ryanair 3 sub Romeo.
Dublin Tower, good evening, Ryanair 6 Victor Delta 12 miles final 28.
Liner 6 Victor Delta, Dublin Tower, good evening. Your number 1, continue approach.
Approaching 28.
Degrees 12 knots.
Continue number 1, Ryanair 6 Victor Delta.
On runway 28.
Best lineup in the world. So, holding on the brakes. Not to apply the parking brake.
Liner 37 Romeo, surface wind 25
On
degrees,
runway 28. On runway 28.
Clear takeoff runway 28, Ryanair 3 7 Romeo.
Liner 97 Quebec Golf, no further ATC.
40%.
On 122 to flag, have a good flight, bye-bye.
Stable, power, toga, time 39, 3183, 90, 80 knots. Not sure what's going on there with the view. Just me and my shaky rudder skills.
V1, rotate.
So rotate about 3 seconds, so maybe a little bit quick to 10
Positive brake.
degrees. Concentrate gear up. 15 degrees. So the flight directors, nothing more.
400.
All nav.
Center 37 Romeo, no further ATC available, Montreal Unicom 122.8 Alpha Foot. Good flight.
Unicom 122.8, thanks very much. See you again later, Ryanair 37 Romeo.
Ryanair 6 Victor Delta, sir.
Okay, let's get command 8. We can bug up now. All over the place. Accelerating trend vector. Map 1. Crossing flat 1, flap up. It is all over the place. Doesn't seem bad. So approaching flap up speed. It's past 5,000, so that's good. We're climbing 9.0. We'll water brake off, flap up, no lights, gear up and off. Start switches continuous, leave on. Go. TIS can stay on. Airplane is happily flying its way around the sky. Set our cruise 350. Once, twice, 3 times. Let's go 220, we'll accelerate. 250 that turn, being interesting. Cloud surfing on the departure. Pumps aeroplane is just about starting to pressurize. Probably going to be speaking to 1337. Once we're clear of this cloud layer, pop the empty ice off. Passing for 100, I think Dexon has actually got a speed restriction all the way to Dexon. Max 290. We go 287, that's fine. It's not particularly there. Going, the airplane is accelerating, clear of the cloud. Max can go, anti-ice can come off. Is the FIR boundary, so anyway we were off at 18.39, 6 minutes early. Had 6.5 tons of fuel. Took off with 3180, 3190. Just a 7, carry the 1. 6370, so a fuel burn of 30. 100 kilos less expected. So it's probably not the happiest bouncing around. So on there's the airplane pressurising. So, life support's on. So, just loading the chart. I think that's London North. It is. London, good evening, Ryanair 37 Romeo. Dexon 1 Alpha passing flight level 165, climbing flight level 350.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, London Control, climb flight level 350, expected Willow 3 Bravo, arrival from Gatwick.
Flight level 350, expecting Willow 3 Bravo, Ryanair 37 Romeo, thanks.
London Control, Ryanair 97 Quebec Golf with you climbing through flight level 210, climbing flight level 250 inbound.
Ryanair 97 Quebec Golf, London Control, hello, Diamond 1 Echo, arrival for East Midlands.
Amdet 1 Echo, arrival East Midlands, Ryanair 97 Quebec Golf.
Delta 0, runway 21, vacate, flying Bravo. Delta 0, roger, taxi to parking, flight. Captain is
Oh, come on.
370. Hello, 37 Bravo, London Control, hello, can you accept an even flight level? Yeah, just let me check his scenario, level 400.
We'll go 38.
Yeah, we would like 380 from 37 Bravo. And I can point to maintain flight level 3906. Okay, then we maintain 390, current 37 Bravo.
So, Dexon 48, which is basically 49. So we were -6, now +4, 5, 6, 7, 9, +5, so -1 just because it's a bit unrealistic. The expected times for departure. We're flying at 220 knots. So passing flight level 200 on a 10 check. Lift pressure is 6.4, cabin is 3.5, and climbing steadily, all the pumps are on. Banks are out, and there's us overhead Dexon. Oh, 2710, 2720.
1 runway 25, clear for takeoff, surface wind 230 degrees 8 knots. Clear for takeoff, runway 25, 953. Direct Catbird.
And direct Catbird, EC461 over.
So, should have an estimated time of 35, but it's probably going to be 1940, which checks out with us being 1 minute early. Good, so my times have added up. Although at 50. 2650, 2660.
Under control, Carol 772 degrees, with fuel near bunkers now, it's clear. Hello, 773, under control, hello, squawk 5655. Okay, 5655, Carol 772.
latest 136525. Easy. Which London do I give it to next?
London, good evening, easy train, Foxtrot Yankee, over deep,
271.
350. 3 Foxtrot Yankee, line control, hello, it's the Willow 3 Bravo, right off Yankee. Willow 3 Bravo, easy train, Foxtrot Yankee.
So you can see about 113 knots tailwind.
Squawk 0540, easy for the command number. 108531, climb bottom 360. 55 360, Sonic 531. Jones 501, correction, climb bottom 350.
So,
350, Sonic 530.
Willow 3 Bravo, right down the bottom.
Easy K2 requesting descent to level 100 from level
Yeah, to one departure request to Scottish Control 135, decimal 525.
125, decimal 525.
So, we are going to have 26 left initial.
Located in Division 4, requested back to general aviation. Traffic Bravo, Roger, thanks by Alpha to general aviation parking line. Alpha to general aviation parking. Thank you for service and goodbye. Golf Inter Bravo. Good evening, London Legend 41 Papa, flight 210, and we are radar heading 185. Legend 41 Papa, London Control, hello, Roger.
Ooh. Yeah, it does. A bit windy. I might as well finish something.
Legend 41 Papa, receive aviation, Garrett Lakey for the Rossa 2 Alpha, arrival. Lakey for
See those up a little bit later.
41 Papa.
So, Kidley, we are going to expect Kidley 50, but it will be, as for planning, that is Midhurst down to Willow.
7723, flying 320 degrees. Alright, 7723, fly heading 320 degrees.
So what we will need is Mayfield 1179.
Alright, 37 Bravo, fly heading 320 degrees, and report your speed.
Lead 1109.
Heading 320, flight decimal 84, exactly 37 Bravo. Alright, 37 Bravo, Roger, maintain flight decimal 84 or greater. 84 greater, 3 Bravo.
And I think
Alright, 7723,
4.
maintain flight 0.8, 0 or less. 0 or less, 7723.
And depending on the weather, we'll be on the sun both.
Bravo, report heading speed to Scottish 135, decimal 525, goodbye. Sorry, second emergency cover number 37 Bravo. Hello, 37 Bravo, we are heading at speed to Scottish Control 135, decimal 525. 535, 525, Captain 37 Bravo, we're heading at speed.
See what the weather is. Hello Nico, good to see you. Thanks for joining. I'm surprised you're not often streaming because we are in the same time zone, I think, aren't we?
Scotland Control, VRP will be routing south and maintaining 2,500 meters per meter. Golf Alpha Mike, what you say again, your request? Request Chinese information for Blackpool, not for Mike. Okay, stand by. Remember, Golf Delta Sierra, voice message. Golf Delta Sierra is a Zenith CH750. Gunston to Nelthorpe, routing direct to the VRP Forsby Lake on, sorry,
So 300,
1,300.
crank angle 10, still on, diff of 7.6, cabin is 5.5 and gradually climbing. So that's
Basic service squawk 0516.
almost at cruise. We're not going to be cruising very long. So Dollop missed a couple of points on the flight log.
Ryanair 907, Quebec Golf, ready for descent.
Ryanair 907, Quebec Golf, descent flight level 150.
Sun flight level 150, Ryanair 907, Quebec Golf.
Do you wonder if that's the one in front, although I thought that one was going to Eat. So let's have a look at the weather. I would try and listen to it. I've got on VATSIM at 1820, 1820, 22015. Of course it's going to be the same, KH1007, happy days. Roll that on. So let's see, estimated fuel, so we think we're going to burn 800 kilos.
Wind, 2203, T4 knots, QH 997, join and report, downwind, left downwind, sorry, runway 28.
QNH 907, join and report, left downwind.
700 kilos now, let me just scroll the weather down and we'll listen to the 80s once we get it handed over.
Squawk 0504, call for flight.
London Gatwick 61 Yankee, with you at flight level 300 for 350. Gatwick 61 Yankee, under control, hello, roger.
So 600 off that gives us 66.3, 100 kilos less than our max landing weight, I think 66.4. That's good. Getting pretty close there. So just having a look at performance on AppSoft. It's going to be 26 left Gatwick 6631. Call it 66400 for the sake of argument.
1,000 to go.
Giving us flap 30.
Legend 41 Papa starting proper descent.
Order break 1. 403. Order break 2. 202.
London Control, Golf Charlie Hotel Delta Sierra.
3. Order break 3.
Golf Delta Sierra to standby, EC294 London, hello, climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240. Beautiful.
Sierra London, pass your message.
Golf Charlie Hotel Delta Sierra is overhead. VRP Forsby Lake. Request. Turn in overhead. Request zone transit of Doncaster CJ.
Golf Delta Sierra, roger, is that on track to your destination? I'll make a Golf November Fox through the zone.
That's it.
Roger, Golf.
There we are, finally at top of climb.
Go to transit the Doncaster control zone. Main navigation on track to Netherthorpe, not above 2,000 feet VFR.
So one of these has got
Clear to transit en route to Netherthorpe, not above 2,000 feet VFR. Golf Delta Sierra.
the high-speed taxi.
Golf Delta Sierra, correct, Doncaster. Doncaster QNH is 10, correct, in the south,
There it is.
100, head to Pascals for Doncaster QNH. Golf Delta Sierra, thanks.
Legend 41 Papa standing by for descent. Legend 41 Papa descent level 150. Descent level 150, ordered 41 Papa. Ryanair 73 Romeo, contact London 132.6. Bye-bye.
London 132.6, thanks for the service. Speak to you again soon. Ryanair 37 Romeo.
Easy 461 Delta, contact London 132.6. Bye-bye.
132.6 EC4.
So I'm just going to write those down because it's 1323 732.069, and we'll match those up with our auto brake to get a sensible auto brake setting for the turnaround. Quick listen to the 80s.
QNH 1007. Acknowledge the receipt of information, India. 5 aircraft, type 1.
I'm happy with that. London, good evening, Ryanair 37 Romeo, flight level 350, keypad. Okay, 1337. 337 is what I've got. 326.
7 Quebec Golf, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Ryanair 97 Quebec.
97 Quebec Golf, contact London 127.1, bye-bye.
London 127.1, Ryanair 97 Quebec Golf.
That's who we should have gone with, so let's pop that in. And a good evening, Ryanair 37 Romeo, flight level 350, keypad.
London, good evening, Ryanair 97 Quebec Golf, will be descending through flight level 145.
And first off, Ryanair 37 Romeo, London Control, roger. Break
Control, 729 and 5, happy, flight level 120.0.
Gosh.
That was about to say again for Ryanair 97 Quebec.
Ryanair 97 Quebec Golf, vectors ILS approach, runway 27.
Expect vectors ILS, runway 27, Ryanair 97 Quebec Golf.
So we'll just wait for them to get the call in.
Mike Foxtrot, turn left, heading 180 degrees, descent flight level 210.
210, please be fine now.
And left 180.
180, Mike.
Terrain, speed with H.
Let's try and get the call in so we can get a descent.
124.22, pressure 124.0, bye.
So people read things back. Ryanair 37 Romeo, request descent.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, descent flight level 250.
Descent flight level 250, Ryanair 37 Romeo.
Charlie Hotel, contact the tower 124.0.
Tower 124.0, speak with HRD Hotel, goodbye.
So we will use level change.
729 and Mike, flight level 120, approaching Oblin.
729 Mike.
Speed brake initially.
Flight level 320.
320, 729 Mike.
So speed brake, auto brake wires on landing. I don't think we're going to make an echo at 1323, which is a little bit keen. So we can try auto brake max. Auto brake 3 would comfortably get us to Foxtrot Romeo. There's no real difference in Golf Romeo. It's 2069. So auto brake 2 should do that. Let's go auto brake 3 Fox Romeo. Set. Don't really think I've said anything to you, so hello again, Nico, thanks for joining. Just been quite busy, and it's really lit up over the UK. Gatwick should be busy.
Flight heading 180 degrees, Ryanair 97 Quebec Golf.
You can see we are going down like a stone. So, getting us back on profile. Let's go VNAV now. Hopefully it won't dirty dive too much. Speed. Okay, fine. Let's just speed brake out, see if we can get that wave descent down. We are at VNAV path, but the airplane seems a little bit sluggish. Yeah, I tell you what, Nico, you should definitely come and fly over the UK when VATSIM's lit up. It certainly keeps your brain active. Look like we're starting to settle down in the descent now. Happy with a little bit extra speed. So the VOR's on. Should be picking us up now. Picking up Midhurst. So we've got it as a backup. 258.
150 to the level by Keeley, your force is coming up.
And initially I'm going to have 003 sent from Mayfield. I have a feeling we're going to end up holding. Getting vectored around, at which point we can change that. So let's have a look. 1109, 1109 available on both radios, but not set just yet. 258, set 258 on the other. Might check will be 1520 and 4 DME. Our ILS minimums will be 396. Airport elevation 200 is set. Yeah, it's good, it really does keep the brain active. And I think the controllers are really good as well. So we're going to get another descent soon. 26 left in the fix.
1,000 to go.
I think it's C farm approach. Just pop the fix rings in at 10. Runner 37 Romeo, request further descent. Still be that path. But whether we redraw there. So AFM speed has kicked in because we've leveled off. Profile's dropping away. Now we can have a later descent, doesn't really matter because there's quite a long level segment. But that is our descent planning, so... Descent flight level 150, right at 37 Romeo. So 150 set. And what I'm going to do is actually vertical speed just to see up if we do 1,000. I need to bounce around a bit there though. Still quite a long way out because I think we could end up going around the houses slightly. Like I said, I think it's going to be busy, so we just turn that there. So if we take out, that's not an actual restriction at Kidley, it's just descent planning. So delete it out and see what happens to the profile. Oh look, now we're massively there.
040 around 97 Quebec off.
Because we don't know what the traffic situation's like that. So, with calmer now, our way inbound.
C461 Delta, contact control 135.8, ship was 21 Delta, bye bye.
So I've got 12945 set because I think I'm given that next. To event descent now, yeah, I do sometimes. So if I'm given an early descent by ATC, then I'll use. I normally, in fairness, I think, yeah, I'd use descent now or out to event. I think they both have the same effect. You go for an early descent, and I would normally let VNav manage the path, but just not quite knowing exactly what the next controller is going to give us. If we followed the original profile down to flight level 150 at Kidley, then we end up with a level segment to about here. So I don't want to be too high. That's the 30-mile ring. And so at 15, if we get given direct vectors, we're going to be too high. I think we will get taken all the way down to Midhurst, but then I'm just not sure what's going on. If we're going to end up with holds, and if we are, there's not really any point diving. So lots of variables, like you say, ATC adds an additional, really additional aspect, just to keep you on your toes really and make it a bit more variable. I mean, I can cheat, so on the iPad I've got VATScope, so if I have a look over London, maybe it's not that busy. Maybe we might get direct in actually. So last week I think we ended up holding, did 3 laps around Midhurst just because it was busy. Oh my god, there's tons of stuff on the ground though. So I'm looking at VATScope now. Somebody's just landing, somebody's taking off. There's 2 waiting to go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 15, 16 on stand. Busy. And we've got 1 in front of us, the 461 Delta, so might be alright when it comes to getting a shortcut going straight in. Anyway, there's field popping into view. If we do get given vectors, we have to muck about trying to sort the legs out. Interesting. It's not a hold at Willow, so that there is us going round to Willow, out from Willow, back round, so it's almost 1 lap in, and I don't think we're going to get that because it's not that busy for the arrivals, so I think we'll get given a direct from Mayfield, a vector of something like that before being turned in for a base. I'm not going to try and create it, just try and manage what we get. Failing that, have, I think, we had direct Holly, and then Holly almost towards Big In, Holly Mayfield up, and in. Which makes it all the more interesting when it comes to managing the airplane by yourself.
London 135.8, right entry 38.
So that's Terminal 1358, so I think we'll speak to them.
Right entry 7 Romeo, contact London Control 135.8.
As I just said, London 135.8, thanks very much for the service, right 37 Romeo. And 135.8.
729, make contact London Control 133.75.
Contact London 133.7. T7.1 bye.
That's awful.
Just for information, you are braking up pretty badly. It's over-acceleratable. Brake easy. 79 Victor, Quebec. Contact London 129 at decimal 425.
Oh, come on. Me back.
Landing 3,000 feet for 4,000.
November 1622, London Control, hello, climb in altitude 6,000 feet, squawk guidance.
November 1622, climb to 6,000 feet, squawk guidance.
59 and my spot, decent, flight level 120.
1205, Dynamic.
Easy 79 Victor, Quebec, contact London 129
Someone else is waiting.
425.
So who are we going to give an approach first?
Golf Delta Whiskey, report your passing altitude, climb now.
26825 is Gatwick.
Roger, passing 3,000 to 5,000, Golf
A bit
Delta.
tuned.
KLM 6060, 7 point level 90.
90, KLM 666. London, good evening, Ryanair 338 stand 9 left at Luton, QNH 1004, close to Dublin, outside. Ryanair 339 London, good evening, stand 9 number 2, break.
Do without that.
606, report your speed to Gatwick 126.825.
Good tuned.
126.85, thanks for Thursday. Golf Delta Juliet after departure runway 22, join the right hand correction left at vision circuit, not above altitude 1,500 feet of VFR on the Stansted QNH of 1005, squawk 7010.
Roger, left hand VFR circuit to 22, not above altitude 1,500, QNH 1005, 7010, Golf Delta Juliet.
Golf Delta Juliet, reback is correct, runway 22, clear takeoff, the wind 220 degrees, 22 knots.
Reback completely.
Easy 59 and Mike Foxtrot, descent flight level 100, speed 220 knots. 100, 220 knots, Ryanair 338, cleared Dublin, Compton 3 Bravo, squawk 4453. Cleared Dublin, Compton 3 Bravo, squawk 4453, Ryanair 338. Correct.
Oh, there was somebody else? Oh, yeah.
London Skyway 1428 with you, climbing through 3746,000.
Sky 140,
okay, yeah.
London, squawk ident, climb now, flight level 140.
Squawk ident and climb 140.
1,000 to go.
148.
Speedbird 89 Foxtrot, climb flight level 180.
Really not going to get a word in.
180, 89 Fox.
Golf Delta Whiskey, climb to altitude 6,000 feet.
Climb 6,000 feet, Golf Delta Whiskey.
Easy 461
Wow.
Delta, when you are clear of the conflict zone, I'm going to descend you, descend now, flight level 90. Okay, descend flight level 90, sorry for that. Easy 461 It's fine.
London, good evening, Ryanair 37 Romeo, passing flight level 155, descending flight level 150, Willow 3 Bravo.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, London, good evening. London Control, good evening, Nortrans 2 Lima X-ray,
So 15.
frame 1 X-ray, level
1,000 we will level out at.
Nortrans 2 Lima X-ray, London, good evening, squawk ident, climb now altitude 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet, Nortrans 2 Lima X-ray.
So the impatient easy was, I think, that one in front of us.
127, that's all one, thanks for your help, mate, Golf Delta Whiskey. See you next time, break. Easy 59 at Mike Foxtrot, descent flight level 90. 905 Mike Fox.
Look, how's the frame rate doing?
Hello, easy
Not too bad.
Yankee descent flight level 150 to
Haven't got any auto on, so it's just standard X-plane lighting.
59 at Mike Foxtrot, could report your speed to Gatwick director 126, decimal weight 25, bye-bye.
Which we've got tuned.
Speedbird 89 at Foxtrot, contact London 129 at decimal 45, bye-bye.
129.45, good evening, 89 Fox.
Golf Delta Juliet, report downwind with intentions. Ryanair 338, stand 9 left, ready for push and start. Ryanair 338, push and start is approved when ready, taxi holding for runway 26, call me ready for departure. Push and start approved when ready, taxi holding point runway 26, and no call ready for departure, Ryanair 338. Easy 461 Delta, contact Gatwick at 126, decimal weight 25, bye-bye. Gatwick director 126.825, bye-bye, easy 461 Delta.
So is that us in cloud?
Nortrans 2
Don't
Lima
think so.
X-ray, climb now, flight level 170. Flight level 170, Nortrans 2 Lima. Skyways 140, way contact London 127, decimal 1, bye-bye.
127, 1, Skyway 148.
Golf Delta Juliet, just confirmed, full stop. Golf Delta Juliet, roger, report final.
Certainly doesn't help that he's got all the tower and approach stuff to do as well.
Good evening, Lieutenant 778 Heavy, 4,000 feet. Lieutenant 778 London, hello, squawk ident, climb to altitude 4,000 feet. Squawk ident, 4,000 feet, Lufthansa 778.
So, what's that? Traffic at 15 miles up. Disappeared because it's clearly descending. Oh no, now it's climbing.
Papa London, good evening, landing on 27 right, descent flight level 90.
some point we'll get there. Not sure when we'll get handed director. Guessing once we get past Midhurst. So that's us getting back on profile.
778, climb now, flight level 80.
It'd be a little bit interesting if we're not given a descent. Well, we've got crossing traffic to around 2 o'clock. So I think until we've passed that we won't get given anything.
135 after descent, flight level 9 as 0.
It's them just over there, can we see it?
London Control, good evening, entry to 1632, level,
Yes.
flight level 150.
That's always worth flying. That's it.
1632, London Control, Roger.
No point, I'm going to try and have some dinner.
Runway 37, Romeo, descent, flight level 140.
Descent flight level 140, runway 37 Romeo.
November 1622, contact London, 129 at decimal.
So just to make it not too drastic, just go 1,000 feet a minute.
1,000 to go.
Thank you. Nortrans 2 Lima X-ray, fly now, heading 030 degrees. Heading 030 degrees, Nortrans 2 Lima X-ray. Subject 9 at altitude London, good evening, squawk height and climb now, altitude 4,000 feet. Roger, squawk height and climb 4,000. Up to 4,000 tons, Lufthansa 778, climb now, flight level 120.
Seemed a little bit stuttery, but flame rate's alright.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, descent flight level 120.
Descent flight level 120, runway 37 Romeo. For that we will go level change.
Heading 075.
So it is 117 outbound.
Speedbird 021 London, hello, squawk height and climb now, flight level 150. Lufthansa 778, climb flight level 180. Climb level 180, Lufthansa 778. Ryanair 37 Romeo, descent flight level 90.
Descent flight level 90, runway 37 Romeo.
Tomjet 9 at altitude, climb to altitude 6,000 feet.
So we're not in VNAV, we're going to have to watch at 10,000. Flight level 100.
127 decimal 1, bye-bye. Heading to London 127 decimal 1, North 2 Lima X-ray, thanks, good night. Ryanair 37 Romeo, contact Gatwick, director 126 decimal 825, good evening.
Yeah, we're direct to 126.825, see you again, thanks, Ryanair 37 Romeo. Right, Gatwick director, we'll pop the tower 124225, stand by.
Easy force 1 down to bus 020 degrees. Left 0 to 0, easy 46 London.
Gatwick director, good evening. Ryanair 37 Romeo, passing flight level 120, descending flight level 90, Willow 3 Bravo.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, hello, by Gatwick director. Latitude is left, no delay, leave Holly, heading 045.
No delay, leave holding 045 degrees, Ryanair 37 Romeo, thanks.
Easy force 1000, contact Gatwick director.
There we go, so we are off to Holly. 045 is what we're going to have to do. So, because we can't use that point, that's Holly. 045, let's just go Mayfield. Let's see what we get there. Profile's going to be a bit squiffy because of those 2000s. See how we go. So it will be vectors. So once we get to Holly and start that turn, we'll then go heading select. Some speed brake now and go 240. And we can switch over 109 for the ILS. Course is set. So approaching flight level 100, lights can go on a little bit early. Back's already sat. Plane is depressurising nicely. Course checked. Put the speed brake in.
1,000 to go.
So track miles at this point, we need about 30. 369.
37 Romeo descent to flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Ryanair 37 Romeo. And if we really need to get down, we can use flap 5, 220 and speed brake. Of course it is frowned upon to use flaps as speed brake. You see it's getting a bit bumpy now. So let's get start switches continuous. All the anti-ice on just petrifies me.
1,000 to go.
Still good. So here we are, approaching Holly. I'm going to start the turn. Select 045 degrees and let's check the chart. 258 India Whiskey Whiskey we've got. Let's check the X-plane map. Disabled downwind ILS is on. It's strong enough that it shouldn't change. Hey, that's not bad. Start bringing the speed back to 220 now. Actually, let's go to the flap up speed, just to keep it under control. Missed that. Good pilot.
Ryanair 37 Romeo to left 020 degrees, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, going to H1007.
After 020 degrees, descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1007, Ryanair 37 Romeo. So, let's get the aeroplane sending a little bit of speed brake just to help it take up that slack. And more than a minute of anti-ice so the wing can come off. That's pretty much what he wanted, wasn't it? For us to go straight to Mayfield. So let's sort these out, give ourselves a realistic profile. And let's get rid of that restriction, just see where we are on profile. Okay, not bad. Okay, might we'll get a couple more miles. Now, 75. No, so somebody online, I think it was on Facebook or on the forum, said that that was changing at the transition altitude rather than the level that I've set. I set 75.
Altitude 4,000 feet.
Set altitude 4,000 feet, Ryanair 37 Romeo.
37 Romeo, come to Gatwick Director 118-185, bye.
Gatwick Director 118-1950, thanks for the service. See you again soon, Ryanair 37 Romeo.
See ya.
So 11895.
Gatwick, can they continue approach?
Gatwick Director, good evening, Ryanair 37 Romeo. Radar heading 020, descending, altitude 4,000 feet.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, Gatwick Director, hello, roger. Easy 461 Delta, speed 160 knots until 4 DNE.
Let's get the cruise set down, let's get bumpy.
Easy 461 Delta.
So, if we get given anything now, we need about 20 miles. Yeah, we need about 20 track miles from this point. Hello Rick, good to see you again.
And easy 461 Delta, contact Gatwick Tower now 124.225 with your call sign only.
I hope you've got your yoke.
140 advance call sign, easy 461 Delta.
I think you turned up just in time for the fun. Plane's bouncing around all over the place. So let's get rid of the field segment. We're not going to do that.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, turn left heading 340 degrees, descent altitude 3,000 feet.
Left heading 340 degrees, descent altitude 3,000 feet, Ryanair 37 Romeo. Get given another turn after that. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I hope it arrives in good time for you, Rick, dear. Get some use out of it. Yeah, well, like I said, Nico, I thought I'd just pop it on just to see. Ooh, I don't know what I just pressed then. I pressed S. I don't know if Control S does something. I wanted to press Control D. Didn't break anything. I'm not up on the shortcuts with this. So, awful stutter there. Let's get the ILS set on both. Not that one has to, but it's usually SOP to do so. But for single pilot stuff, it can often be easy to have just approach VOR and everything set. The airplane's all over the place. Oh well, pop the link in, Rick, and I'll have a look at it. The airplane is climbing. Speed brake out. Pretty sure I've got the same settings as you, Nico, for Active Sky. And
Ryanair 37 Romeo, turn left heading 285, descent altitude 2,000 feet, clear ILS approach runway 26 left.
left heading 285 degrees, descent altitude 2,000 feet, cleared ILS runway 26 left, Ryanair 37 Romeo. So let's get the speed brake in at that point, because I don't think we need it now. We're on heading select. We've tuned and identified the localizer. We've been cleared for the ILS, so we can arm Vorlock. Why are we going up at 1,000 feet a minute? That's mental. Don't really want to have to hand flight at this point. Might have to disconnect. So localizer alive. Let's go VS about 700 at this point. I was worried that we were capturing. So localizer capture. Is the airplane going to settle down? Not convinced. We're approaching 10 mile ring, so flap 1. Ryanair 37 Romeo, localizer established 26 left.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, roger.
So we are intercepting gradually. Let's go back to 500, try and get the speed back a bit. Check the speed brake is armed. This is going to be fun.
1,000 to go.
300 at
the point. Just so we capture.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, you can contact the tower now 124.225 with your callsign on the line.
Tower callsign only 124.225. Thanks for service. Speaking into Ryanair 37 Romeo. 1218 is ground. Go tower, good evening, Ryanair 37 Romeo. So, arm approach.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, Gatwick, hello, continue approach.
Continue approach, Ryanair 37 Romeo.
Gatwick tower, good evening.
Let's go flat 5.
Subject 56 kilo, hello.
As we intercept.
2. Hold on for 2.
And we're going left. I'm gonna, ooh, hello. Gonna just, not being rude, I'm gonna ignore you for a moment, Rick, and then have a chat once we get on the ground.
Thank you. Continue that turn on to south from Echo 1. Left hold short of Romeo and contact ground 121.8.
So speed brake armed, auto brake set. 5, start switch is continuous. Just holding on our config point. So, Mr. Price is climb straight to 3000. Runway heading. That might explain it. So, what do you say, 160? Didn't quite catch the wind. Tower Ryanair 37 Romeo, wind check.
Ryanair Runway 37 Romeo, winds 220 degrees 16, gusting to 7 knots.
Thanks, Runner 37 Romeo. So I'll just have to update my VREF because look, it's all over the place. So it's 26, it's 40 degrees off, it's mostly cross, but I'm going to add 10 knots to the approach speed, so it's going to be 149 plus 8, 57. Let's just actually add another 5 on top of that. So gives us 162. Anyway, there's 4 miles. Get out, flap 50.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, easy
162 is going to be our approach speed.
8283 Gatwick Tower, roger.
Just a bit of quick and dirty maths there.
1,000.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Fairness, we probably should have been stable.
Runway 37 Romeo 26 left, clear to land, winds 220 degrees 16, gusting to 7 knots.
Clear land 27 left, Rhino 37 Romeo. Right, this is not going to be necessarily pretty, but
Turn jet 56 kilo behind the landing Rhino 737 fire Alpha Mother from wind 26 left behind.
Found the landing Rhino 737 land from wind 26 left behind, turn jet 57 kilo.
a little bit high. Let's go flat
Approaching
30.
26 left.
It's a bit unstable at that point.
500.
Try my best. Thankfully this is a sim, no one's going to die.
400. 300.
A bit low.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, that's not ideal. Down in the touchdown zone at least.
Come over to the ramp and park for service.
I have no idea what that was. Anybody else? Anyway, I think we're going to make our exit.
80 knots.
80 knots. Thrust versus stowed. Manual braking. That was sketchy, but no one died. High speed taxi, so we can use the rudder to exit. I think that's Golf Romeo. Sure. Okay, let's get the airplane under control. Rhino 37 Romeo vacated.
Rhino 37 Romeo, thank you. Second bound Juliet to hold short of Romeo, contact ground when ready 121 decimal 8 9.
Second right Juliet, hold short Romeo, ground 121 decimal 8. Thanks, Rhino 37 Romeo.
Subject 57 kilo, 26 left.
Approaching 08 left.
Tidy the aeroplane up.
26 left, clear to take off, turn jet 57
So,
kilo.
Easy 3 Yankee.
oh, thanks Nico. It was hard work. What was the landing rate? Only 281. So Virtual Ryanair will be happy with that. Zibo says the landing was weak. Alright, I'll take that. Wasn't terrible. So I have no idea what that distracting message was. Oh, this is where you can definitely do with someone else to clean the airplane up.
Subject 57 kilo, contact loading control 135 decimal 8 9.
135 decimal 8, turn jet 57 kilo, goodbye.
Oh, that's second right. Let's go around there. I haven't even changed the ground yet. Oh, went wrong. Anyway, we've been cleared on Juliet all the way down to Romeo, which is basically down the end of the runway, so it doesn't matter too much. So, I am not ready to copy anything down yet, so I'm not going to call him just yet. I think I've done anything. Have I missed anything, Nico? Smart dude. It was alright. I'll take it. No one died. 1 minute short of an hour, that's a shame. Could have got some extra points. Ground, good evening, Ryanair 37 Romeo taxiing. Juliet, hold short Romeo.
Rhino 37 Romeo, down to ground, roger.
Oh, alright. Give us a stand. I suppose he's busy.
Render 7173, contact Gatwick Tower 124.225.
Well, I've recently got AutoGate, so is that what that message on landing was?
Gatwick ground, runner 2568, request push and start.
Or was it because I hit Control S earlier?
2568, Gatwick ground, set squawk 6007.
Sorry about that, we'll squawk 6007, runner 2568.
So, we know where Romeo is.
160, 7175, ready for push and start.
Martinez 6162, Gatwick ground, stand 175, push into the approved base south.
Push over base south, left 6162.
Anyway, we were pretty much on schedule anyway for a 25-minute turnaround, 8-minute taxi in. So it'll be a little bit busy. Okay, I must have done something then. Blame myself. I will have to have a look and see what Control S is in the default key mappings. Anyway, what we're coming up to on the left, uniform. So Tango will be next, then Sierra, and then Romeo. It's going straight across. But it is good on VATSIM, especially when you get aircraft lined up. Yeah, I bought Dublin yesterday just because I thought, why not? A bit better than the standard, but I'm surprised that, considering it's been out for a while, that they haven't updated the taxi routes.
2568, squawking 6007, request push and start.
Runner 2568, thank you, stand 107, push into the approved face east.
I got AutoGate to go with it, so
Push and start approved face east, runner 2568.
I know that's a bit old, and maybe Sam is better, but I suppose maybe it's worth getting Sam and Sam for World Airports. That could be useful. Certainly was good having a pretend marshal. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it helped. The plane's getting a little bit slow. Once it gives us a stand, I might think about single engine taxi, but I don't want to do that just yet. Really. Anyway, I think this is Tango up on our left, which means Sierra is after that. Oh no, this is Sierra, so the next one's Romeo. What do you think of Sam, Nico? Is it worth getting? Well, I mean, what's the difference? Is AutoGate older and Sam is newer? I've been pretty frugal with not spending too much on X-Plane. Got quite a bit of ortho, so Dublin was the first scenery I got. Like I say, I had hoped that it would update the taxiways because they've changed. Just makes it a bit less confusing. But mind spending a bit of cash, bearing in mind I think Dublin worked out less than £20, so it's cheaper than landing at real spot. Do I have Schiphol? No, I haven't. Like I said, Rick, it's the only one I've paid for is Dublin. Okay. Thanks, Nico. I guess they don't work together. They've got to be enabled.
Stand 20, push and some approved faces.
Push and subapproved face.
Right, I'm going to start the APU at this point.
Runner 37 Romeo, continue taxi stand 28 via Juliet.
Stand 28 via Juliet, Ryanair 37 Romeo, thanks. So 28 is basically first on the left, so we'll stop engine number 1.
Yankee, get to ground low, taxi stand, taxi stand 111 via 0 left to Romeo.
Yeah, I think you've got a point there, Rick. The default one, the trouble is most of the default airports are really good, so it's not really worth spending a huge amount of money, I don't think, but having the gates is quite cool. Cool, thanks Nico. I will get it and have a look. So taxi-wise, I don't like using this because it's a cheat. There we go, so we don't show up on there. We're going to go past Romeo, we're going to go all the way down, and then Julio technically follows that line, but it doesn't essentially matter. Anyway, APU on the bus. Why am I taxiing on engine number 1? Because I want to shut that one down. Down the hill anyway, so there's the engine stabilising. We'll just let the EGT come letters. It's this guy right at the end, stand 140. So it's shut down engine number 1.
That's 6160, ready, taxi.
Martinet,
Fun noise.
6160, taxi.
So 28 should be the first one perpendicular on the left,
0 Juliet, hold Romeo, Martinet.
rather than 27, which is there. I think the only other things that what else have I bought for X-Plane? I bought the Tecnam Sierra when I thought I might end up flying it in real life, but it's a bit, I don't fit. The bar's in the way. I might try it one day, but surprisingly I enjoy living, so I don't agree to flying with a big old visual obstruction in the way. So I haven't flown that. I've got the Just Flight Warrior. No, somebody just tail stand.
Sphere 2778, Gatwick Tower 124.2.
No, maybe not. So yeah, I haven't bought a lot. Been trying to get the ortho sorted.
Let's get a repeat of the frequency, sorry, speedbird 2778.
Gatwick Tower 124.225.
So I'm going to have a little cheat.
124.
So that's 28,
Good evening, thank you.
which is cool.
Easy 38 for Yankee, hold short limit. The speedbird for some reason is pushed back even further and it has did already.
Short of fleet, may see 38 for Yankee.
Rick, yes, I have flown in one. There's one Milton Keynes in the UK, and it wasn't the best. I think they were using P3D,
Easy
but
38 foot
it was good. And actually, I was surprised at how challenging it was, even though I've flown this mod for about 200 hours.
Speedbird 226.
When you have to hand fly it, it does take quite a bit of your capacity. So I was completely unable to do any checks or anything. But it was good fun. I think it was. I got a deal on it. It was like 50 quid for an hour or something. It was really good. Certainly cheaper than real flying. Anyway, that's us. That's coming on to stand a little bit quick. Not exactly sure where I'm going to stop, but somewhere. It's really stuttery, so I might have to have a look at the texture quality again. So, brakes on, parking brakes set. Transponder can go standby. Digital displays. Sorry, APU's on. Quick go. Open those up. 2 blues, 1 red. Both engines now dead. Just wait for 20%. Pop the beacon off. And that, ladies and gents, is welcome to Gatwick, where we're going to have a short turnaround. And then we are going to head over to Dublin. So, ground services, chocks. Let's get the front door open, let's get the cargo doors open. Oh, that was the other thing we bought. Ground handling. Forgotten about that. So, let's get those up, just so it looks a bit better when we come outside.
Gatwick ground, EG2 Foxtrot Sierra, ready for taxi.
Did I stop the timer?
EG2, vehicles on this run at 2568, taxi off the point, pub 1, the kilo into pub.
Right, what I'm going to do is just knock that off, call up and say thanks in a minute. So, we are on stand 28. We got 1860, 70, how much have we used? 0.38 or 0.4. Get the door open. Let's terminate the flight leg. Can reset that. We can reset that. It's early. Set the transponder. pop the APU off. See if we get somebody else to keep the cabin warm. So nothing else to do on the overhead at the moment. Just open up the rear door. Sorry. And oh yeah, that's thanks for watching, Nico. I'm flying back to Dublin, so there'll be more if you want to see that. Hopefully it'll be a better landing. So, like I said, we are on stand 28. I'm just writing this down on the next OFP. So one thing I haven't done is file flight plan. So let's pre-file on VATSIM, order return leg, which is 37 Bravo. That's good. That can go. Quick disconnect. Back on VATSIM. The flight plan from there. Good. So, Callsign done. Flight plan done. VATSIM flight plan done. Just stop smart cars. Flying VATSIM, we've got 134 on the way back. It's just me plumbing it in. 360. Start at 19. 52. 24 seconds. Active sky. Oh, there it is. Flight plan. Load. Don't know if you can see that. So kilo to Dublin. Alternate is Cork EITK. 60. Refresh. Plane's connected. Done. Turn around. Yeah, thanks, Nico. Yeah, I mean, I think I've got it relatively. It seems relatively realistic, but I'm still not sure if the turbulence is a bit overdone. So, yeah, like you say, it's very different, you know, because in reality, of course, you can feel what the wind is doing rather than having to see it and wait. We'll get those back in a minute, but what we need now is turn leg flight plan. So payload wise, we've got nothing to worry about here. So let's pop in our packs of 134 with relatively light, so be all mail, sausage fest on the way back. And I'll put 2581 in the front. And 35, 15.4, a little bit light. But happy with that. So fuel wise, let's get the fuel loaded. A bit, it's a brief pre-file I've done. So let's put 6.7 in. Fuel truck on the way. Belts are off. Pumps on for the moment. Don't need to realign the IRS. I think in reality some operators do a quick realign, which is where you flick it to align, flick it back to nav, and it will do a quick realign of the full. Not gonna worry about that. T1 on the turbines seem to be okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it's mostly like the icing and stuff that I've got all the way down, but I'll see how I get on with it. Thanks for joining, Nico, and have a good night. Hope to see you again soon. And maybe I'll try and figure out Discord and have a chat when you're online rather than just me doing the bit of talking. So let's have a look outside. Not bad, is it? Oh, I think I stopped a bit early. Yeah, never mind. So what I was going to do was 1952. So not before 13, which is good. And I've gone for 7 tons. Look at the 8 and get set up. But certainly when you're flying online, you've got all these other blips that are real, which is good. Actual people. Oh, that's a better view, isn't it? Take a screenshot of that. Was screenshot. There we go. Shift space. I should know that. So back into FMC. Knows where we are. Got there my brain. It's called oh, my own flight server. Okay, well I've used the app online, but what I haven't done is set it up as a program. So maybe just because it does seem relatively useful. And we are off to Echo Indy Delta Whiskey. Oh, Ryanair 37 Bravo this time. So Bravo, yes. Route wise, let's put it in manually. Oh, we might have to change this. But Lima 620 to number 14 to dog. Usually get shortcuts. ATCR number 1 to Dublin, and that is our boundary and the arrival point for Dublin. So pop that in. I will do is pop this in now. So it's 26 left. So are we going to get one mic on X-ray? We can pop in Dublin 1 X-ray. If the ILS-28 transition at that mode, see what we get. We'll probably have to change that. Might as well put the descent forecast in while I'm here and I think about it. So 310, 200, 100, you don't have to put these in, but especially when it's windy, this will just help the profile. It is modelled, and with a 135 knot wind, it's mostly headwind. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. 247, 20. No. 120. Oh, really? Sure, that should work. 247, 120, 253 at 51. So the transition level in Dublin, I think, is 5,000. It is, and 5,000 with a QNH of 5065. Of course, that might change. And let's see what zero fuel weight we've got. We've loaded up the payload. Fuel is loaded now, I think. I think we've got 6. 710. Back to the beginning to have a look at this. 58.5, 58.4, not far off, so should be pretty accurate. There is Rick, yeah, it's a pretty windy day. I haven't had a look at the weather proper. I had a look at the charts, but yeah, it is fun. It's I think we used to say sporting day. So let me just pop the fuel down so I know what we've got. 0, 1, 7, 6710. So our planned fuel back to Dublin is 2961. And if I put it in like that, it rounds it up. Reserves 2946, so we'd round it up to 3 and then round it up again to 3.1. A little extra margin. God, cost index we know was 6. Interesting trip of 284, but we've got 360. I have a feeling that. Is that due to the wind? 250. 23. Nice +5. Transition altitude here is 6,000 under London TMA. Do all the performance and stuff in a minute. Let's listen again to the ATIS. Okay, is that not working? 34225. Oh. Did I get that wrong earlier? I did.
Time 1920. Runway in use 26 left. Transition level, flight level 75. Surface winds 230. 16 knots. Visibility 10. Kilometers or more broken 1,200 feet. Temperature +10. Dew point +9. QNH 1007. Acknowledge a receipt of information, MIG. And advise aircraft type on first contact.
God, that gives me a headache. I don't know why. I think it's just the noise in the background. Anyway, delivery is what we want. So 12195.
United 35, hold position.
Bird 783, contact ground course and only 121 decimal 8.
I am going to go
Roger,
for a quick toilet break.
783, bye-bye, sir.
Just as we set. Thought we had ground power on. We do. Pumps are fine. All those are open. So pop the belts on. Pumps are fine, lights are fine. We'll be pushing back in about 15 minutes. So let's get that started. I will be back momentarily.
Delivery, good afternoon. Good evening. EJ68 from standbound 06 with PDC request push and start. EJ68 uniform 0 Delta delivery, good evening. Contact ground course on only 121 decimal 8 DJ flight. Thank you very much. 121 decimal 8, EJ68 from 0.
Right, sorry, I should have left an external view on there. Anyway, I am back. So, 2 hours in. The plug-in for this song in the background is really nice. I'm surprised you say nice. I find it irritating, but I've got a headset on, so I can't hear it as much. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the Ryanair song. I think it's realistic, and it just comes with the mod. And I don't even know if you can extract it from what you get given. So, sorry Rick, I don't know the answer to that. So let's have a chat with delivery and get our departure clearance. Gatwick delivery, good evening. Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, Gatwick delivery, pass message.
Ryanair 37 Bravo 738, information Mike QNH1 at 007, stand 28, request departure clearance to Dublin.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, cleared to Dublin, November 1 extra departure, squawk for me. Stand by, it doesn't want to assign you. Stand by.
It's alright, I'm in no rush.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, apologies, cleared Dublin, November 1 X-ray, squawk 4470, QNH 1007.
It's Dublin, November 1 X-ray, squawk 4470, QNH 1007, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, correct, report fully ready.
Wilco, Ryanair 37 Bravo. So, we can pop in our departure, which is a number 1 X-ray. Execute, and I just get the charts up. Bring those up on screen. Because we were filed for a number 1 mic, which I think is a non-RNAV departure. So let's get the charts on the iPad. That's what I'll actually use. And a number X-ray, which is to Midhurst. Stop out is 4,000 feet, which we've been cleared for. It is initially 258. It's an RNAV overlay. 258 outbound. 244. Pop in there. Runway heading is of course 258 here. Pop the flight directors back on. So 258 off to Novma. Airport elevation 203. No 1203. 203. A bit dense there. 360. Pressurization. Arrival, I think Dublin is 250. It is. Pop the engine start switches over to the other side for the next sector. And load up those charts just so you can see the Gatwick. I'll just load up the departure because the taxi is not particularly interesting from here. Should be alphabetized. Is there not one mic or is it RNAVs first? Anyway, that's what we're doing. So 258, 254, 258. The altitude restrictions. It's above 2.5, below 4,000. So anything between that sandwich you're fine. VNAV won't produce a nice path between the two. It will just take us up to 4 and then straight across. Got ground tuned in. Going in 5 minutes, so let's get the APU on.
Gatwick, good evening. Ryanair 28 Charlie and 112 request AIRBORNE clearance to Edinburgh.
4. So we have done the route.
Ryanair 28 Charlie, Gatwick delivering evening. I don't have a flight plan for you. Could you read file?
We want to get our performance Gatwick flight plan loaded. We've got the weather, just check it's the same. 26 left, no anti-ice because there's no rain, must optimum. 642, don't think we're going to have, so if I call it 65 point, no there's no point.
Charlie should have the float plan on your screen now.
So, calculation is going to be 26 left. To sections we can take. We're getting a flat 5.
Alright, so Charlie, thanks. Cleared Edinburgh, Lambourne to extra departure.
22k departure.
6026 QNH 1007.
28.
Roger, that's the Lambourne 2x3 departure, 6026 in the box, QNH is all copies, right here, 2 Charlie.
So, take off minima from 06
Alright, so Charlie, correct. Report fully ready, sufficient start.
Just about take Bravo 1.
2 Charlie, we're ready for push now.
But
Alright, so Charlie, Roger, hold position, contact out ground 1.
Alpha 1 on mic is fine for us.
1.8, right here, 2 Charlie, thanks, bye-bye.
Alright, so Charlie, just before you go, just set squawk 6026.
Roger, bye-bye.
So, as I said, assume temperature 59. Yes, 22k. Yes. Wind-wise, we had 230. 6. There isn't an add-up at Gatwick, I don't think. So we'll just... Is that actually, let's go for 1,000 because I'm sure it's pretty noise sensitive. Let's go 1,500.
72 correctly with the Airbus 319 stand 554. We have connection with 007.
5.
DDI of man, please.
Trim of 7. And part of the after landing checks is to get the trim up, but
Easy 72, trim back, Lima Gary, delivering you in
a little time consuming, so I don't do it.
Extra departure, squawk 6006 to QNH 1007.
Good day, man. Lambourne to X-Space Squawk 6006 and QNH 1007.
470, 0.1 X-ray.
Travelling the correct, report fully ready.
We have V speeds 142, and how's it giving 642, so I'm a little bit over actually. Could probably go a little bit higher, but 142, 142, 143. I think that's just because the select temperature is a little high.
Stand 154, I believe, requesting IFR to Stansted.
So, have Midhurst. That's the only one that we need.
Prime F546, cancel the beginning. Are you able to accept the frame departure?
Let's get the APU on.
Say again, Prime 546.
Prime 546, could you check your FMC if you're able to accept a frame departure?
Start getting the airplane
Alpha November Echo.
secured.
Yeah, I'll check my FMC, but I should be able to do so.
Don't know from the menu. Anyway, performance is done. Smart Cars is running. So back to the chat, back to X-Pilot. We've got the ATIS.
Gatwick delivery good, sitting right at 1 Charlie Hotel, 700 stand 16. We had information mic for when I'm flying, QNH 1007, clearance to Dublin, please.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Right on Charlie Hotel, Gary delivery. Good evening, cleared to Dublin, Osmo 1 extra departure, squawk 4435, QNH 1007.
Cleared Dublin, North 1 X-ray departure, squawk 4435, we have QNH 1007, right now 1 Charlie Hotel.
Right on Charlie Hotel, correct. Whole correction, sorry, report fully ready, sufficient start.
Perfect.
So Alpha 1 on mic.
70 correctly, we're fully ready, stand 554.
Easy 72, correctly in the whole position, contact Gary ground 121 decimal 8, bye-bye.
Touchdown 118, easy 72 correctly, thanks, bye.
So there we are.
Okay, all
hitched
doors
up.
and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Culture in my FMC, sorry about that. Okay, stand by, I'll coordinate and I'll get back to you in a minute. Thank you very much, Prime 546.
couldn't tell if we were hitched up yet or not, but there we go. Getting lifted up. Pretty ready there. Delivery Ryanair 37 Bravo stand 28, fully ready.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, hold position, contact ground 121.8, bye-bye.
Hold position, ground 121.8. Thanks very much. Great night, great event, and have a good one. Ryanair 37 Bravo.
You too.
So there is ground. Tower is 124225, so let's get that tuned up. Gatwick ground, good evening again. Ryanair 37 Bravo, stand 28, request push and start.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, Gatwick ground, hello, stand 28, push and start approved, face west.
Push and start approved, face west, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
And I'll try and 2912, haven't forgotten about you, just hold position, I will call you back shortly.
Hold position, thanks.
Oh, it's getting really stuttery. That should have gone off by now. What's that drop about?
If you want to uniform golf, Gatwick ground,
They're off.
taxi
Go on.
stand 106, via
That's
08
really
left,
bad.
Romeo
Why
left,
is
Juliet.
the GPU struggling?
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to ensure a quick and on-time departure, we kindly ask you to move along the cabin
Shuttle
aisle.
125, correction, Shuttle 175, Gatwick ground, you with me?
Please step into your seating area to let the other passengers through. You can store your hand luggage either under the seat in front of you or in your hand providers. Please keep emergency
So, break off.
Apologies, Shuttle 17 Sierra, Gatwick ground, continue Juliet, hold short
We need to request.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
We have.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Now we push it back 3340-360. Off we go. So it's a little bit of a long push. Why? So stuttery. GPU's okay. GPU's
EC72 Quebec Lima, request taxi. EC72 Quebec Lima, just for now, taxi Quebec Alpha, just hold short of Lima. Quebec again, Alpha, hold short of Lima, EC72 Quebec Lima.
So we just have to make sure that when we call ready for taxi, we can't take a Bravo departure. We need Alpha 1 on mic.
Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, stand 16, fully ready for conversion start. Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel.
So backs off, start engine number 2. Oh, he's probably going to get away before us. Matter?
Shuttle 17 Sierra, continue taxi Juliet, hold short of Papa.
Continue Juliet, hold short of Papa, 17 Sierra.
Waiting for 25%. Fuel number 2 on. Does the default scenery have stars? No, so the departures and everything are unrelated. The data in here comes from Explain, or you can update it with Navigraph or other sources if you can get hold of them. I don't think there are any, but sketchy. And the default data that comes with Explain is maybe a year or two old. Obviously, it doesn't come with any charts, so without the data,
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
struggle.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, so engine number 2 is stable. Let's start engine number 1. So start at the ground. Start valve open. Watch for oil pressure. Oil pressure we have. Oil temperature is reasonable. Let's disconnect and fuel on at 25%. Oh, I'm sure I won't laugh, Rick.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
So the tug is disconnected. Both engines now stable. Run through the float.
Just confirm that's via 08 left Romeo and Kilo.
No anti-ice required, we'll leave that on. So just waiting to see the pin. There it is. Pumps on. Flap 5. Trim set, we'll just let the flaps run.
Lima, taxi Quebec, hold short of Kilo. Quebec, hold short Kilo, EC72, Quebec Lima. North Trans 29012, taxi Lima, Quebec, hold short of Kilo.
So flight control check, full forward, full aft, full left rudder, full right rudder, correction, full right, there's full left rudder, there's full right rudder. Check that we got on. Let's get the checks, so jets both on, APU's off, start switches are continuous. Pro pizza on, anti-ice not required. Air conditioning, cruise set. Pax auto, bleeds on, ISO's auto. Flap 5, green light. Trim 7 required, 7 set. Flight controls checked, recalls checked. We're ready to taxi. Ryanair 37 Bravo, request taxi. Require Alpha 1 Mike 1 departure.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, taxi holding points Alpha 2 via Juliet, November Alpha Sierra.
Taxi holding point Alpha 2 via Juliet, November and Alpha Sierra, Ryanair 37 Bravo. So, lights on, clear taxi, clear right, clear left. Straight ahead, we are going to go straight, we're going to go left and we're going to follow November all the way down, Alpha Sierra to Alpha 2. So, brakes off, configs checked, straight ahead, first left, all the way down to the runway and then we turn left just before it. See if we can get just ahead of this one here. Auto throttle can arm, LNAV can arm. Just run through a couple of the pre-departure checks. Save us a little bit of time.
Eddie, 9003 to confirm company giveaway. Over. Roger.
So first left.
Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, contact tower 124.225.
I'm tuned.
Tower 124.225 into service, Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, good night.
So our departure time was actually 20:35. We're not going to be late. That's going to get us into Dublin at 21:39.
Company A320 passes in front from right to left. Continue taxi Quebec. Quebec, Juliet, hold short of
Gosh.
Company A320 will continue taxi Quebec, Juliet.
A little bit difficult to figure this out.
North Trans 2912, following the EasyJet A319 ahead, taxi Quebec, Juliet, hold short of Papa.
So Bravo is there, which we can't accept. Only by a couple of meters.
Shadow 17 Sierra, taxi stand 20 by Juliet.
20 by Juliet, 17 Sierra.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, contact tower 124.225, goodbye.
Tower 124.225, thanks for the service, great event. See you again soon, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Sequence L4.
Elliptic 3734.
Ooh, sunken, it's unusual. Tower, good evening, Ryanair 37 Bravo, holding Alpha 2.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, Gatwick Tower, thank you. Brake Steward 101 Papa, taxi 08 left, hold short of Romeo.
So probably could have done a single engine taxi there.
Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff. Surface wind 230 degrees 14.
Oh, that's cheeky, got well away before us. Anyway, we got 10 minutes minutes and still be alright. For time. Apologies if you hear me chewing, I'm just going to munch away for a sandwich while I'm waiting.
Zero 101 Papa, contact Gatwick ground 1 decimal 8, bye.
18001 Papa, bye.
Sorry Rick, I was mid-chomp there, so flight time is estimated at 1 hour 4 minutes. If we're off the ground at 8:35, then we should be there at 21:39. So 20:35 we've got.
Speedbird 783.
Right, now 1 Charlie Hotel, contact London Control 135 decimal 8, bye.
So I've got that tuned.
London 1358, thanks for service, Ryan 129.
So we might as well get the cabin secure.
Okay, the cabin is secured.
For
Have a good flight.
landing, I believe it's Tunisian Air A319, line up on 26 left behind.
Tunisian Air.
Behind the
Okay, Rick, no worries.
A319.
See you again soon.
Line up 56 left behind. Lib 3734.
So Alpha 2, Alpha 1. It's not though, is it? This is Alpha 2, the holding point. Alpha 1 is over here. This is a holding point. Not perfect. Not terrible. Get ourselves towards it. Is this scoundrel?
Greeting EC72 Quebec, was with you on Alpha November to hold Alpha 3.
Easy 27 Quebec, approach 72 Quebec, Lima, Gatwick Tower.
This scoundrel cutting in front of us.
Right, Charlie, Gatwick Tower.
Right, Charlie 2 Charlie.
Right, Charlie, Roger, thank you, hold Alpha 1.
Oh man.
Alpha 1 2 Charlie.
Saucy bugger cut in front.
And Speedbirds 703 just passing 3100.
073, Roger, thank you, contact London Control 135 decimal 8, bye.
13518, Speedbird 783, evening to you, bye-bye. Target evening, Speedbird 007 with you, fully established, just under 8 miles, 160 knots to 4D.
0007, Gatwick Tower, hello, continue approach from me 26 left.
Continue 26 left, Speedbird 007.
And Tower North Transit 291 to which you hold a point Alpha 3.
Hello. Just popped up.
2912, Gatwick Tower, hello, stand by.
So we're just waiting patiently. They've got our position there, I think. A fair distance out. Scoundrel.
Alert 3734, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, Jefferson 230 degrees, 14 knots, gusting 24 knots.
Good, takeoff runway 26 left, airlip 3734.
Rhino 2 Charlie behind the landing, British Airways A321. Line up runway 26 left, behind.
Roger, behind landing A321, we'll line up and wait right near 28 Charlie.
Rhino 37 Bravo, in sequence, hold Alpha 1.
In sequence, hold Alpha 1, Rhino 37 Bravo, thanks. So, he is waiting for this one to land. He goes, we'll hold there.
Blocked, was that speedbird 007 clear then?
Shuttle 17 Golf Kilo, establish on the ILS, runway 26 left.
Shuttle 17 Golf Kilo, Galaxy, hello, continue approach runway 26 left.
Roger.
Airlip 3734, contact London Control 135 decimal 8, mate.
135 decimal 8, thank you for service. Airlip 3734.
Speedbird 007 to the clear land.
007 runway 26 left, clear to land, surface wind 230 degrees, 14 knots, gusting 24 knots.
Clear land 26 left, speedbird 007.
Right, entry to Bravo behind the landing. British Airways A320, line up runway 26 left behind.
Behind the landing, British Airways A320, line up and wait runway 26 left behind, Rhino 37 Bravo.
Skipper 007, taxi 08 left, hold short of Romeo.
Taxi 08 left and hold short of Romeo, speedbird 007.
Rhino 28 Charlie, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff. Surface wind 230 degrees, 14 knots, gusting 24 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left. Right,
Okay, Rick, thanks very much. See you in a bit. Or I'm not sure that holding point is that realistic, but maybe it is.
Easy 70, Quebec Lima in sequence, hold Alpha 1.
In sequence, hold Alpha 1, 87, see right now.
Pretty sure nobody else has
Skipper
landed.
007, taxi 08 left, hold short of Romeo, contact Gatwick ground 121 decimal 8, bye.
121 decimal 8, hold short of Romeo, speedbird 007, good night.
Strobes off. Save blinding the EasyJet sat there. So we might actually be a wee bit late.
Shuttle 17 Golf Kilo, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface wind 230 degrees, 14 knots, gusting 24 knots.
Let's run runway 26 left, shuttle 17 Golf Kilo.
Rhino 2 Charlie, contact London Control 135 decimal 8, bye.
135 decimal 8, Rhino 28 Charlie, bye bye.
So we got the departure chart loaded up. Brakes off and see if the airplane will creep forward.
Tower Virgin 810. Established. Minus 26 left.
Virgin 810, go tower, hello, continue approach runway
Config
26 left.
checked.
Approaching 26 left.
A bit of a stutter.
Surface wind 230 degrees, 14 knots, gusting 24 knots.
135, we're not too late.
On runway 26 left.
Shot 17 Golf Kilo, vacated runway 26 left.
Shot 17 Golf Kilo, roger, thank you. Break runway 37 Bravo, runway 26 left, cleared to take off, surface 230 degrees, 14 knots, gusting 241.
Okay, take off 26 left, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Shot 17 Golf Kilo, taxi 08 left, short of Romeo, correction, taxi second right, Juliet, hold short of Romeo, contact Scout ground.
So 40% is what we want to see, 40%.
Thank you. Shot 17 Golf Kilo.
Stable, power set, toga, 2036, 1 minute late. Time. Off we go. Much slower at this rate.
$80 knots.
V1. Positive rate.
You're up.
President 10, runway 26 left, clear to land, surface 230 degrees, 14 knots, gusting 241.
400.
LNAV.
EG72 Quebec Lima behind the landing, Virgin NC88, line up runway 26 left, behind.
Let's go. Autopilot in.
Runway 26 left, behind, EG72 Quebec Lima. Ryanair 37 Bravo, contact London Control 135.85.
135.8, thanks for the service, great event, Ryanair 37 Bravo. Okay, accelerating flap 1. And a good evening, Ryanair 37 Bravo. November 1 X-ray, passing altitude 1,600 feet, climbing altitude 4,000.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, London, hello, squawk code and climb now, level 130.
Squawk guiding, climb flight level 130, Ryanair 37 Bravo. Passing flap 1, flap up.
Ryanair 28 Charlie, turn left heading 360 degrees. Left heading 360. Shuttle 3 Victor, turn right heading 240 degrees.
We can get rid of these altitude restrictions.
3000, shuttle 3 Victor.
2, 3. Let's just zoom out, you can see how bumpy it is. Get rid of the next one. How are we doing for the climb? No restrictions. So, there's the up speed. Auto brake off. Flaps up, no lines, gear up and off. It's off. There is no icing. I'll leave cruise at for a little bit. Diff pressure is increasing. It's not pressurising yet. Full pumps are on. All checked. 250. ENAV.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, flying now heading 300 degrees.
Right, heading 300 degrees, Ryanair 37 Bravo. That's a nice shortcut to Kennet.
Speedbird 444, contact London 127.1, bye-bye. 127.1. Control, good evening, North 914, flight level 130 down to 120 on a heading of 000. FedEx 914 London, look, you descend flight level 80. Continue 80, 914. Ryanair 28 240 heading to London 129 at decimal 45. We'll report our heading to London 129 at decimal 45. Ryanair 2826. Shuttle 3 Victor will establish localizer 27 right descent with a light path. Establish localizer 27
the airplane doesn't like that.
Shuttle 3 Victor.
Anyway, it is pressurising.
Good evening, EC72 correctly with the passing 3000 on the land board to X-ray. EC72 correct Lima London, hello squawk code and climb to altitude 6000 feet. Squawk code climb 6000 feet, EC72 correct Lima.
It's right, might have to think about going CWS pitch.
150 for Alpha arrival. Ryanair 26 London, descent flight level 130.
100. Airplane is not bugged up. So let's get rid of restriction, 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 because I don't think we can delete them. Airplane's bugged up. Passing flight level 100, 4 pumps on, lights all off. Now set. Cabin is pressurising.
Control, good evening.
Crew packs are done.
Golf with you, sending through flight level 140, flight level 130. Easy 56 Echo Golf London, right, break, RX9 and 14, contact Gatwick, director 126.085. 2655, down on 1 Easy 72, Quebec Lima, fly now heading 070 degrees, climb flight level 130. Thanks for 70 degrees, climb flight level 130, Easy 70, Quebec Lima. Run at 260, send flight level 9.
1,000 to go.
Oh, mate.
Direct boarding, Bravo, November. Copy, direct Bravo, November for Ryder. Run 37 Bravo, report you're heading to London 126.075.
Heading to London 126.075. Thanks for the service. Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Bye. Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo. Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo, London Control, pass message. Sorry to be a pain in the arse. Any chance we can get resume on that? Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo, yeah, send a cat route, resume navigation on one map. Navigation, Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo, cheers.
And a good evening, Ryanair 37 Bravo. Flight level 130, maintaining radar heading 300 degrees.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, London Control, thank you. On that heading, climb flight level 260.
On that heading, climb flight level 260, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor, turn left heading 260 degrees, climb flight level 230. And left heading 230 degrees, flight level 230.
To us.
27 Romeo Victor.
Sounds like an Airbus. Stocking rate of climb because we're pretty light.
KLM 606, turn left 10 degrees, report the heading. Left 10 degrees and we'll report the heading for KLM 606. Ryanair 37 Bravo, turn left heading 280 degrees.
Left heading 280 degrees, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Contact channel 131.15, bye-bye. Shamrock 1X Lima, contact channel control on 131.15, bye-bye. 131.15, Shamrock 1X. No worries. Good evening, Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, 280 round back. Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, roger, break Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor, see you've gone through the level, climb now flight level 340, that'll be your cruising level. Sir, I've been on something that seems to not work for us on there, Eurojet 27 Romeo access. KLM 606 now heading 250. KLM 606, on that heading, climb flight level 380. 380, KLM 606. Ryanair 37 Bravo, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Ryanair 37 Bravo. So we're definitely not going to get any of those points. So let's get Kenny next.
Easy 081, descend flight level 360.
Great, what time are we to be there? 5:02, so 4 minutes shortcut. No, 4 minutes shortcut. You're +1. Climb check. Cabin is climbing sensibly, diff 6.8, cabin of 3.5. Cruise is set. Plane is pressurizing.
Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor, resume own navigation. In fact, Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor, turn right heading 290 degrees. Right heading 290 degrees, Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor. That's Kilo radio check. Station recording for radio check, who was that? Golf Alpha Kilo radio check. Yeah, Golf Alpha Kilo, reach 65. Wexjor, good evening, Shamrock 880, passing 3,800 feet. Shamrock 880, thank you. Cardiff will be controlled airfield for future reference. London West is online. Support mode Charlie from me, please. I can't see you on radar at the moment. Roger that. Thank you for the information. We've got Charlie now. Give it Shamrock 880. Easy 081, contact Shannon 131.15, bye-bye. Easy 081, contact Shannon on 131.15, bye-bye. 131.15, sorry, thank you for giving in, bye-bye. Eurojet 69 Bravo Delta, contact Shannon on 131.15, bye-bye. Shamrock 88 Sierra, Spot 4431, climb flight level 160. Spot 4431 and climb 160, Shamrock 880. Eurojet
1,000 to go.
Bravo Delta, contact Shannon 131.15. Shannon 131.15, Eurojet 69 Bravo Delta, cheers. And Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor, report your radar heading to Shannon on 131.15, bye-bye. Radar heading to Shannon 131.15, yes, okay, bye. Bye.
Rhino 37 Bravo, request further climb.
Rhino 37 Bravo, what level would you like?
I request flight level 360, Rhino 37 Bravo.
Rhino 37 Bravo, roger, climb, flight level 360.
Flight level 360, thanks, Rhino 37 Bravo.
Shamrock 88 Sierra, radar contact lost.
We did.
KLM 606, resume navigation, Mopat. On navigation, Mopat, KLM 606. Rhino 1 Charlie Hotel, direct factory. Direct factory, Rhino 1 Charlie Hotel.
So, let's have a look. Dublin. Meters 124525.
Golf Alpha Kilo, clear to join controlled airspace. In fact, Golf Alpha Kilo, if you could descend now to altitude 2,000 feet or below, maintain VFR. 2,000 or below, maintain VFR, Golf Alpha Kilo. information, sir. I will be having to log off in about 3 minutes' time. I won't be able to see all the way into Bristol. There is a traffic just departed from Exeter inbound to Bristol. He is a jet, so just keep an eye out for that one on your way in.
Okay, no worries. Thanks for explaining. Golf Oscar.
Golf Alpha Kilo, with that in mind, if you could monitor Unicom, please, 122.8. Have a great flight.
Okay, Unicom 122.8. Thanks very much. Golf Oscar. Yep.
So last 10 check, diff of 7.8, cabin still climbing, 500, nice and stable. Going out of about 6. Start leveling soon. So I think we need to go direct Medog. FIR boundary. It's not even Ablin. Ablin is go. So we can pretty much self-vector the way over there. Let's go Medog initially.
Control, Shamrock 880, we had a connection phone, we disconnected for like 1 minute and just to advise you that we are back.
Shark 88 Sierra, no problem at all. I do have to actually disconnect myself in about 2 minutes' time, so I suggest you monitor Unicom 122.8. However, when you are about 20 miles to run to Vatry, you contact Shannon Control 13115.
Fine, roger that. Thank you very much for the information and for your service, sir. Have a great night.
Rhino 1 Alpha Bravo, contact Shannon on 131.15. Bye-bye.
That's 131.15. Have a good evening, Rhino 1 Alpha Bravo.
Rhino 1 Charlie Hotel, when you're ready, descend flight level 240, be level 10 miles before Vatry.
We're ready, flight level 240, 10 miles before Vatry, Rhino 1 Charlie.
Rhino 37 Bravo, if you could arrange the flight to be flight level 240, level 10 miles before Badsea.
What level 240, 10 miles before Badsea, Ryan 37 Bravo.
Ryan 37 Bravo, thank you. For now, monitor Unicom, please, 122.8. You can give Shannon a call when you've got about 20 or 30 to run to Badsea. They're on 13115.
Unicom 122.8, and thanks very much for the service. We'll give them a call when we get closer. Ryan 37 Bravo, night.
Rhino 1 Charlie Hotel, traffic for you. There is
1 Alpha Bravo, Shannon, good evening. Identified. Please direct.
So 0 miles before Badsea. Let's have a look. About halfway between the two. So
1,000 to go.
240. So we're going to have to put a custom waypoint in. 315. Those then 2, 3. Anyway, there we are in the cruise, so let's get on the plan. Let's step through to check that's correct. And 01, that is 10 miles before, and he wanted us at 240. So let's go top row. Did we end up with discontinue? Turn off that. 62.4. Scribbling that down. And we'll go LNAV to get us towards Dorpo. So while we're waiting to contact Shannon, let's get the Dublin ATIS.
Broken 4700 feet. Temperature 3. 2.1 QNH 996, wind shear 28. No significant change. Advise on initial contact, you have information line. This is IO information line. At time 2030, expect ILS approach runway 28 in use. Transition level 70. Wind 270 degrees 23 knots, gust 38 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers, clouds scattered 1300 feet. Few clouds MTB 1800 feet, broken 4700 feet. Temperature 3. 2.1 QNH 996, wind shear.
And let's see if that matches what we get here. How's frame rate doing? Two, 3, gust 3, 8. Yep. Scattered 013. Scattered broken, so the cloud base is 47, although it could be interesting. 6, wind shear 28, so wind shear escape manoeuvre. Is to leave the config as it is, spank the power, get a positive rate, lean up, don't touch the gear, or sometimes that can create extra drag as the doors come down. So let's have a look at the performance. I can get it up on screen if anybody wants it, but I don't think I'm watching anymore. It's really VATSIM weather. 62228. No, I think we're 62400. East. Flap 30. And it's going to be 165 for 20 knots. Water break 1, 2192, water break 2, 243, 6, 5, water break 3, 7, 4, max, and then manual 2. So the amount of runway we've got 2637. Sierra 5. 1953, so auto break 2 because of the 62.4. 145, 65, 1135. Dublin is 4 decimal. We can put 2, but we're not going to need it. There's 1 degree difference. It's 279 on the chart, 278 sim, so we go 278. Us set and ready. down, so we might get another one lean. As we beating the one that took off before us. No one Charlie Hotel. Oh no, in fairness he's not, he's just at South Wales. It looks like a couple of waves inbound to Dublin. So not a lot left to do. So you can give yourself a point like that, but I think you have to have the waypoint to get an actual altitude restriction in, which is why I did that. Now when we look at it, 315, 315, so just the reciprocal as before. I suppose I could have done that on 31510 because it was 20 in between, so that might have been a bit easier than try and do the maths, which I seem to suck at miserably. We can grab the runway 28, now we'll get home. I think it's going to be IMC, and with the wind as it is, I think we can figure nice and early. So, I'm surprised we're not making as much progress. I thought we'd better win. Yeah, they are less by about 20 knots or so, but I suppose that's miles over the course for now. Degrees of drift there, even at true airspeed of 436 knots. So there we are, dropping out there. Starting our descent into Dublin, assemble this into Shannon. We've got the ATIS 1006 and that's it.
Easy 08 will know further descent for you, 10 miles.
Shannon, good evening, Ryanair 37 Bravo 738 information, Mike inbound Dublin. Just left flight level 360, aiming to be level flight level 240, 10 miles before VATSIM.
Right, 37 Bravo, Shannon, good evening to you. Identified it's in Dublin 1 Lima arrival for runway 28 at Dublin, descend now flight level 240.
Dublin 1 Lima, runway 28 Dublin. Descend flight level 240, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Eurojet 69 Bravo down to Shannon. Flash message. And Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor Shannon.
ISO Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor, flash message.
All stations about Shannon, moderate wind shear approach runway 24, reported at 2053 by an Airbus A320 plus minus 10 knots from 200 feet. Alright, cheers. And Eurojet 69 Bravo Delta, descend now flight level 80. Flight level 80, Eurojet 69 Bravo Delta. Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo, descend flight level 80. Descend flight level 80 for Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo.
402 is our minimum.
Shamrock 880, descend flight level 70.
Descent level 70, Shamrock 880.
Ryanair 8 and 6 at Echo Alpha in the emergency flight north on flying Unicom 122 decimal 8 bye.
Unicom 122 decimal 8, thank you, have a good evening, bye-bye, Ryanair 86 Echo Alpha.
Flight King 1087, Charlie, just confirming our track roll time again.
Almost, we're at a 050 heading, we're just going to get around this cell and then we're probably able to route it.
Alright, Flight King 1087, just about okay. Just advise when you're direct to route 10 cell.
Okay, we'll let you know, thank you.
Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, descend flight level 150. Ryanair 150, Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel. Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor, turn left heading 310.
That's heading 310, yes, that's it.
KLM 606, descend flight level 150. 150, KLM 606. Fully established. Shamrock 1 exit, flight number 1, contact the tower 118.6. Good evening. Ready for descent. Tower 86. Bye. Ryanair 01 Victor Shannon, good evening. Identified it's an 9-1 Lima arrival for runway 28 at Dublin. Descent now, flight level 150.
1 Lima, descent 150, minor 01 Victor.
So it's looking busy. So radios 11135 both set. Dublin is set if we hit. It's going to be a cat one, so
EC 081 descend altitude 3000 feet, the Cork QLH.
we'll fly that manually, so we'll leave 278 set. 278, yep.
Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor.
Active 2.5.
110.
Level 1 with area, sent to 20, thanks, sir.
402 set. elevation 250.
Ryanair.
1,000 to go.
Bravo descent flight level 200.
Descent flight level 200, Ryanair 37 Bravo. So we will point, go out into vent.
Shamrock 880.
The aeroplane will then pitch to 1,000 feet a minute.
Midweek Latmo, Shamrock 880.
Really do need to map that. I keep saying we're going to map that as a key, but I really out into vent.
Eurojet T7 Romeo Victor, turn to left heading 300. Heading 300, Eurojet T7 Romeo Victor. Easy 081 for Bath Lamp, turn on approach runway 34, report established. KLM 606, turn left heading 275. Left heading 275, KLM 606. KLM 606 on the heading, descend flight level 80. Descend flight level 80 for KLM 606.
Charge very Dutch.
Eurojet 6, liner Bravo down to descend altitude 4,000 feet, Shannon QNH is 1,000. 4,000 feet, Shannon 1,000. Eurojet 6 on Bravo down. Shamrock 880R, descend altitude 3,000 feet, double QNH 996 hectopascals. Descend 3,000 feet at QNH 996 hectopascals, Shamrock 880. Runner 1 Charlie Hotel, descend flight level 90. Descend flight level 90, runner 1 Charlie Hotel. Eurojet T7 Romeo Victor, descend flight level 80. Flight level 80, Eurojet T7 Romeo Victor.
191087, direct road.
Viking 1087, roger, thank you.
20 degrees of drift, wow.
Easy there.
Going over there.
Wind at Cork 60 degrees, 19 knots, runway 34 to land. Bravo descent flight level 150.
Descent flight level 150, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Shamrock 880R from Lapo Kira, approach runway 28, report established.
So 2142,
Shamrock 880
15.
from Lapo Kira, approach runway 28, report established.
5 from Latmo, clean RS, runway 28, report well established, Shamrock 880.
Ryanair 01 Victor, descent flight level 80.
Level 80, Ryanair 01 Victor.
Ryanair 80, you can plan to be level 80 by care of.
E0 by care of, Ryanair 01 Victor.
Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, descent flight level 70. Descent flight level 70, Ryanair 1 Charlie. KLM 606, speeds 220 knots. 220 knots, KLM 606.
So Dutch.
Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo, speed 230 knots, over rating for the moment. 230 knots, great, Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo.
180, fully established on RS28.
2, 3, 4.
Number 1, Tower 118.6, goodbye. Flight number 1, name contact 118.6, goodbye.
We're all going to be arriving at the same sort of time. A couple of guys coming down from Scotland. Shannon 88 Sierra is pretty much inbound. We've got Ryanair 1. Charlie Hotel is this one.
Thousand to go.
Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel and Ryanair 37 Bravo inbound Dublin Windsor Port from 2027. The moderate wind chill approach runway 28 by 767 plus 20 knots at 200 feet, and there's been no report since.
Copy, thanks Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, you can descend and flight level 980.
Descent flight level 90, Ryanair 37 Bravo. So,
Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo, descend altitude
we need to Alpha to
4,000
vent.
feet on the Cork QNH of 1002.
Descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1002, Ryanair 1 Alpha Bravo.
What we might do is just ease that off.
Bravo Delta from there, cleared on approach runway 28. Correction, runway 24, report established. Roger, from Derag,
Let's go level change.
4, and we'll go Eurojet 69 Bravo Delta. Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor, turn left, heading 220 degrees. Heading 220 degrees, Eurojet 27 Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, redirect left 1. Direct left 1, Charlie Hotel. Easy 081 Leaving, welcome to Cork Vacate, Charlie stand number 9. Charlie Control, American 734,
Hello back. Sorry, welcome back Rick.
4, Charlie, good evening, Squawk 667.
You haven't really missed much. We've got the Ablin 1 Lima into Dublin, which is this point merge that I talked about the other day, because it's busy, one in front of us, and there's 2 more coming down from, don't know if you can see them, but I can see them on the VATScope, but there's 2 coming down this way, so we'll all probably get there similar-ish times. This just gives the opportunity for some spacing.
734, thanks. Radar contact, route direct to Bangkok. Maintain flight level 3980. Bangkok, American 730. Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor, descend altitude 4,000 feet, the Shannon QNH 1000. QNH 1000, Eurojet 27 Romeo Victor on that heading cleared ILS approach runway 24, report established. On the heading cleared ILS approach runway 24, established.
So, let's have a look, see where we are.
Eurojet 69 1 Delta established. Eurojet
See, we've got quite a bit of drift on.
Thank you, the surface wind.
Wind is dropping off.
2 degrees, 20 knots, runway 24.
So you can see that coming back around now.
Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, descend altitude 3,000 feet, the Dublin QNH 997 hectopascal.
Not going to worry about this restriction too much, but we are going to have to make sure that we slow down at flight level 100.
Viking 1087, we need 15 to the right for weather again.
Viking 1087, roger, you can deviate as necessary, there's no reported traffic or no traffic because the FIR to affect you, so you can just advise on your direct road time again.
Alright, thanks sir.
So let's get the speed break out.
01 Victor, route direct to Narmu. Ryanair 01 Victor, direct Narmu. Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel, speed 250 knots, or greater for the moment. 250 or greater, Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel.
configuring the FMS or landing.
Speed 250 knots or greater.
250 or greater, Ryanair 37 Bravo. Okay, I'm going to call that free speed.
Victor speed 210 knots.
I would say, Rick, that actually landing is challenging when the weather is challenging, but flying, the FMS, once you get the hang of it, is relatively simple manipulating it.
Right, I will Charlie down from Lapo, clear line, approach runway 28.
Like a bump.
Report established, and you can reduce speed now to 110
But actually, like, landing is a little bit challenging, but actually operating the airplane correctly is probably more of a challenge itself, especially when you've got ATC.
3 set Bravo descent, flight number 70, redirect Lapo.
Sim flight level 70 direct Lapo, Ryanair 37 Bravo. So let's just go level change. There will be no hold.
Send out to 3,000 feet from Lapo, and fly clear line, approach runway 34, report established.
And we'll get rid of that hold.
Bravo speed now 180 knots, still 6 miles. Okay, then 606 descend altitude 4,000 feet. The Cork QNH is 1003. That's 4,000 QNH. Okay, then 606, you cancel the speed restriction there.
So I think we're going to go in the descent in a moment. But one thing I would say, Rick, is if you're finding the landing challenging, have a look at doing some visual circuits. Just practice hand flying the airplane before anything, and then work your way up to it. I haven't seen it yet. I'll have a look. A little bit of delay in chat and audio, so I'll see the text and reply. There's a few seconds delay.
Not below speed 180 knots until max length. Roger, not below 180 knots, right, Roger this one. Ryanair 23 Bravo, speed not above, correction, not below 230 knots.
Is that for Ryanair 37 Bravo?
Ryanair 37 Bravo, firm, not below speed 230 knots.
So it's a 230 Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, descend altitude 3,000 feet, DUB-LGW-DUB 997 hectopascals.
Descend altitude 3,000 feet, Dublin QNH 997 hectopascals, Ryanair 37 Bravo. So let's get some speed brake out, help get that speed back.
Ryanair 1 off for Bravo, Shannon.
Really don't want to be in fast. I know he's trying to get us ahead, but we're going to struggle to go down and slow down. Really want to be 3,000 there, which with this wind is all over the place.
Ryanair 1 off for Bravo, say again.
So let's change that to 3,000, bang on.
Are you okay?
Good, anti-ice I think I had left on. I'll struggle to get the airplane down.
Get up 606, turn right heading 010 degrees, and when you roll out 12 o'clock 9 miles, you might find the 737 in the ocean.
Jeez.
Right, that is 010, and I'll definitely wave at the guy attempting nice wave down there.
Right, I want Charlie Hotel confirm established.
Oh jeez.
Right, I want Charlie Hotel, thank you.
Big old updraft.
119.6, good evening.
196, customer service, Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel.
We've got tower tuned.
Ryanair 37 Bravo from Lapo, clear line, let's approach runway 28, report established.
From Latmo, cleared ILS 28, Wilco, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Viking 1087, variable on course, variable
Boy.
Viking 1087, you can redirect Turnberry.
Flaps, I will talk about flaps in a little bit, but what you should be doing is waiting for the airplane to slow to that speed before then selecting. Flap 15 is a different question, because that's the gear down point as well, and in IMC it's going to be 5 miles. For Ryanair anyway, 4 miles at VMC, that's the latest point at which you want flap down. That's flap 15 gear down. Oh, common aeroplane. Let's get the airplane secure because this is getting messy.
1,000 to go.
There are going to be some people in the back chucking up.
Bravo turning through flight level 70. And a flight tank Bravo low identified now about 1 Lima arrival for runway 28, so Dublin descend now flight level 120.
So as a guide, this 10 mile ring we want to be flap 1.
Right, 01 Victor descend altitude 3,000 feet, the WQNH is 9997 hectopascals.
I have to ask decel. Ryanair 37 Bravo, request reduce speed 190 knots.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, you can reduce speed now 180 knots or greater until max F.
180 or greater until max F, Ryanair 37 Bravo. So, because we need to get the speed bled off.
Speeds now 180 knots.
We're going to arm vorlock because we've been cleared for the approach.
Yeah, we're trying 180 to Ryanair 01 Victor.
India Delta Whiskey 278. So as we pass flap up, flap 1, we were given 180 or greater.
You're at 69 Bravo Delta, roger, that's copy, thanks. And you're at 27 Victor, did you copy that?
So speed brake is armed.
You're at 27 Romeo Victor, you are clear to land runway 24, the wind is channel 260 degrees.
So localizer alive.
Viking 1087 channel, New Airspace, Scottish is offline,
Yeah,
Unicom
we've got speed brake all over the place. Localizer capture. Approach armed.
Right, is there 1 Victor from Blackpool, clear line, approach runway 28, report established.
Might be able to get away with flap 2.
Report established, Ryanair 01 Victor.
There is the glide slope. Bumpy, bumpy. This could be interesting. What a sketchy night to be out.
KLM 606 shot.
So 180 until max F.
KLM 606 shot, roger.
Trying to stifle a laugh there. Ryanair 37 Bravo, established ILS 289 miles.
37 Bravo, thank you. You are number 1, I believe. Yeah, you're number 1, that tower is 118.6. Good evening.
Number 1 tower 18.6, thanks for the service. Have a great night. Ryanair 37 Bravo.
You too, bye-bye.
So glide slope captured. We'll await 2.5 at max F is our check. Dublin Tower, good evening. Ryanair 37 Bravo, established ILS 288 miles.
Ryanair 37 Bravo, very easy to see. Dublin Tower, surface wind 250 degrees, 13 knots, runway 2, clear to land. Caution, report to wind shear.
Clear land, runway 28, copy the caution for the wind shear, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel.
So max F, let's get flap 5. Just have some speed brake.
Sierra Whiskey 2, hold short 1634, Ryanair 1 Charlie Hotel.
And I think we're going to establish, we're going to gear down, configure at 5 miles just to try and get stable early. Because I am messing about with the speed brake. See, it's all over the place, so we've had to think about, you won't hear Rick, but did brief for the wind shear escape manoeuvre. So there's 5 miles, let's get the gear down. I'm not going to set flap 15 just yet until we get back to the flap 5 speed. Gear down, re-green, flap 15 match speed. The landing checklist would be all lights on, start switches, continuous cabin secure as required. Speed brake armed, water brake 2, flap 15, gear down 3 green. Checked, holding on the landing flap. So I wouldn't normally go this early, and I've made a huge error because actually our VRF is plus 20, so we want 165 and flap 30, which I hope doesn't get close to a flap over speed. It shouldn't do. Yeah, go flap 30 at that point. We might get quite close to the map now. In the real aeroplane, there's flap over relief.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Auto throttle out. autopilot out to fly the aeroplane smoothly into the ground. So I don't mind if it drops down a little bit high.
Approaching
So we can lose
28.
a little bit of speed. We've got 20 knots over VRF. And if we get predictive or an actual wind shear warning, we are going to run the hell away from that.
Dublin Tower, Ryanair 01 Victor,
500.
runway 28, fully established.
So that might have been a go around there. I only caught 1,000 feet a minute.
300.
A little bit high. Almost long enough.
Approaching minimums. 200.
We're still only one high.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Long landing. Long
Right.
landing.
There we go, we're down.
6,000 feet remaining.
Twin aileron. Versus have deployed. I think we're going to miss the first high speed. So let's go manual braking at this point.
80 knots.
Runner 37 Bravo, welcome to Dublin, vacate runway 1
Vacating Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Runner 01 Victor, expect late landing clearance.
Well, that was fun.
Local, Ryanair 01 Victor.
Ryanair 37 Bravo vacated.
Runner 37 Bravo, Roger, continue Sierra 6, right Sierra, left Whiskey 2, hold short runway 1634.
Right Sierra 6, sorry, right Sierra Whiskey 2, hold short 1634, Ryanair 37 Bravo.
Runner 01 Victor, surface wind 250 degrees, 13 knots, runway 2, you're clear to land. Ryanair 01 Victor, clear to land.
I wasn't that late, so don't worry about getting the message out.
Runner 1 Charlie Hotel, continue taxi now, cross runway 1634, Mike 1, link 4, stand 204. Cross 1634.
Well, I'm not sure it was. That was sketchy and sideways. 142, so the touchdown was alright for VATSIM. Virtual Ryanair. Let's clean the airplane up in a moment and see what the tablet says. Oh, great. Well, not sure it was, but it was alright. I think there would have been a bit of sideways motion in the aeroplane. So I am going to get the APU started. I've got all the lights on, but most important is to get the transponder off so we don't scare anyone. Lights.
Ryanair 120 Hotel 06, stand 205, GSX seems you must be unaware of stand 204. Runner 1 Charlie Hotel, Roger.
I should have done those first. Probably a bit heavy on the braking. No, not too bad.
Runner 01 Victor, welcome to Dublin, vacate runway 1 able.
Whiskey 2 and then straight to 16. Bit of a handful. He managed to stop quick. Didn't float like I did. So, anything I've got, obviously we'd set the trim back up. PU is on the bus, which is what I think I mentioned earlier, Rick, you might have been having trouble with. Got to have power from somewhere. We could have the engines because they're lit. They'll go off if we use them. That's just an availability light. Ground power, APU, or engines. So Whiskey 2 is the first on the left, which is this one. Which is labelled as Mike 2, which it isn't anymore, which is irritating. This is payware.
Victor, continue taxi now, Sierra 5, right Sierra, left Whiskey hold short of runway 1634.
And I think this time we will turn off engine number 1 again, because we'll probably get a stand to the left. So we've had 3 minutes. It's vacating the runway, I think it's 3 minutes after spool down. Temperatures are stable. Engine number 1 is shut down. Single engine taxi. Doesn't really save much in the way of fuel with the APU on and the minus thrust needed to keep the airplane going.
Runner 37 Bravo, continue taxi now across runway 1634, Mike 1, Fox Outer, Link 5, stand 122.
Back where we left. Cross runway 1634, Mike 1, Fox Outer, Link 5, stand 122, Ryanair 37 Bravo. Literally the one we left from. Out and back. And that has taken just over 3.5 hours, so half a working day.
Approaching 3-4.
So you can see how a short 4-sector day would certainly keep you busy. So crossing the runway, I didn't get the taxi charts up, did I?
Dublin Tower, runner 5 Tango Bravo, that's 28.
They're doing a lot of takeoff work, building a new runway. So Fox Outer, this one, then Link 5 and in. So it's technically not 90 degrees, so we can go a little bit quicker than 10 knots. Scenery's not bad, I like the terminal, I like the marshals, but the textures are a bit...
Tango Bravo, surface wind 250 degrees, 13 knots, runway 2, clear to land.
Runway 2 clear to land, runner 5 Tango Bravo.
Oh, this is Link 5 and we're a bit quick for it. How can I steer with the front wheel? So on the tablet you can either set it to, see if I can do it whilst doing this. Oh no, I don't think I can. Let me show you that in a second while I just think about it. 1, 2, 1 is that one. 10 knots on the apron, good, we've slowed down a little bit. Got engine number 2 available to bring us around this turn. He should be waving at us, but he's not. So I'll just explain the taxiing in a minute. That'd be a little bit quick. Let's turn the lights off so we don't blind the poor lad. Get alright now. Much easier with the marshal there. Gonna get us to slow down and come to a stop in a minute. Or do we have to go before he crosses? Yeah, bud. Pretty good. The brake on blocks 2141. Engine time. Let the crew out. 2 blues, 1 red. Both engines dead. Gents. To Dublin. Time 2141. Let the punters out. The door. I'll talk about that just in a second whilst we get the doors and everything done. Shame it doesn't do it automatically. Let's get ground handling to... No, don't want him. That one. That one. spare stairs, of course, will come out. Pretend those are done. I'll talk about the hardware in a second. About on APU off. That can all stay on. And just off for the moment. So stand 122. We've got 2 tons in the left, 2 tons in the right. 0.34, 1.37. 57 minutes airtime.
5 Tango Bravo, welcome
Be block
to
time.
FAQ runway when able.
Okay, whenever 105 Tango Bravo.
And that is
Bravo,
us here.
Arriving Shamrock behind you would like to know if you experience a wind shear on your approach.
Just let him finish his chance, say thanks, and then we'll turn it off.
Winds about 3,000 feet around 105 Tango Bravo.
Roger that, thank you very much. Vacant CR5, right Sierra, left Whiskey 2 and hold short, runway 1634.
Look outside.
That's why I was saying around 105
It's pretty good.
Runner 5 Tango Bravo, vacate CR5.
A little bit further forward, but never mind.
Left Whiskey 2 and hold short of the runway.
It's Dublin.
Sierra 5 on Sierra, left Whiskey 3, hold trot of the runway, 105 Tango Bravo.
It's left Whiskey 2 and hold short of the runway.
Sorry, Whiskey 2 and 5 Tango Bravo.
Running 37 Bravo, shut down. Thanks for the service. Have a great night.
Runner 37 Bravo, thanks for finding Dublin. All the best.
So, I've just muted ATC. So, yeah, as I was saying, Rick, you've got 4 options here. Like I said, I don't know what VR is. I don't know if there's like a VR control for that, because obviously I don't use it. But nose wheel axis I have set to on because I have a tiller. I have an axis forward and backwards on my throttle, which I can use that for. If I didn't have a throttle with an axis, then the usual way with light aircraft to steer the airplane on the ground is using the rudder pedals. So if you've got rudder pedals, you'd set it to yaw. If you don't have any of those, then unfortunately you'll have to set it to roll and use the yoke. You could use buttons for left and right, but I'm not sure how well that would work. So those are pretty much your options. An axis is more realistic, as you can see here. That's just a tiller. So yeah, I think there are keys for it as well, but I think you'll find it easier with an actual bit of hardware to do it. So anyway, that is us at Dublin. I think I've done everything I need to in here apart from set that to 2000. Lest one gets in trouble. There's me admiring the scenery. Terminal looks quite good. Shift space to get a screenshot. And anyway, to anyone that is still watching, thanks very much for watching. If you don't think anyone's been here for the whole bit. Installation for the yoke. I don't know. I assume that you're just going to plug it in and it will work, and I hope it does. You've obviously got the controller settings in X-Plane. One thing you do need to make sure is that stability is set to 0, but it's all in the Zibo installation guide, so have a read of that, and that will get the airplane, should get it flying quite nicely. So I hope when you get it, you enjoy it. I probably won't be streaming tomorrow. Not sure when I will be back online, but good luck, Rick. I'll see if I can check out your video if you've left it as a comment. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Have a good evening.